sad. You know, they come up here and get ate up out of it's a zoo out here, a jungle. Y'all coming from that little punk ass town, boy, the shit. Eat your ass up out here, boy. It's gorillas. I mean, this shit is lions and tigers and bears.
Did you?
They will eat up the weak out here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Did you? How'd you feel about Biggie dying since you knew him personally?
Oh, they kind of fucked me up. You know what I'm saying?
What did?
When Biggie got killed, kind of fucked me up. I was sad behind it, everything, man. It was fucked up on it. Then these bullshit ass cops gonna put that out in the media like we did that bullshit just to get the heat up off their ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's all gonna come out. It's coming out every day, homeboy. Believe me. Yeah.
All right, brother. I'm gonna set you.
Let my wife get me. All right.
Oh, wait. Just sit here for 20 seconds with no sound. So don't make any sound. You just gotta record the tone of the room.
This is room time. In room time.
Okay, thanks, man. Oh. Yeah, that's a good story.
Because our street.
Wait, stay there. Yeah, sit back. Just this question real quick. Sorry, I thought you were done. That was your only question before. Okay. So why Baby Lane?
Why did we call him Baby Lane?
Why was Orlando? Yeah, tell me that.
Because he was born on Burrs Lane.
Sorry. Tell me the whole story, like the sentence. Orlando was called Baby Lane because...
Orlando was called Baby Lane because he was born on Burrs Lane. The street, Burrs. And they just called him Lane, short for Orlando. You know, so he took our street name. And his pops was real high in the echelons of our gang. One of the founding fathers. So.
And the baby isn't because he had a baby face or anything like that?
Baby Lane. Short for our street.
Right. And Keffe?
Keffe? We had like 3 Keffes in our hood. So they just broke them down. And they just put Keffe D on it.
So they give you the initials so that they separate you from the others?
Others, yeah. And that shit just went like a wildflower. Blew up, got rich, had all the money, all the women. Don't put that on there. My wife's gonna kill me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna have my wife deposit for that car too.
This has got to be the last one.
Okay. Original gangsters, yeah. A double OG is a dude that's like been around a while. You know, the founding fathers and stuff. You know, the founding fathers of the gang. That's where our gang stopped at, the double OG. And our youngest gang members is called TSs, Tiny Soldiers. Yeah. But we got like about 6 different generations. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
My wife wants that deposit for that car too. Yeah, because she is on my, she's great.
So why don't you talk to, well, we got to talk to you.
Call. I'll
talk on the phone. Right. And then if you know, if things get heavy for you, maybe we can just talk about Orlando and then leave it at that.
All right.
But these guys are expecting details from that night.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that dude.
I don't want to put you in the
He from the Justice Department in D.C. dude.
Yeah.
I swear to God on me.
I hear you.
They had some major players on me, dog. There's a dude named Michael Terrell. Oh man. Yeah, he's a beast. He's the head U.S. attorney of this area. We call his ass Bluebeard. That dude made me on me, I swear to God.
No, like I said, I mean,
come in the room like, y'all gonna deal with the fucking devil now.
They're wrapping up right now.
Somebody gonna wind up did wrong. Like, sir, I swear to God, I swear to God, man, everybody gonna be, I'll be nice. I'll be good. You know, I'm not the devil.
No, I mean, do what you got to do, and then can we set up a date, Nora? Like an actual date where like there's no misunderstanding. You're here for this. Or we can go out to Vegas and what I wanted to do is for you to take us on the street. Why is that funny? Why is that funny?
Bruce with us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That is funny.
Yeah. Hey, you know,
let me tell you,
they never, you know.
The dude, I seen Rick Ross at the airport. He just couldn't put my face on it. You know, man, he was like, I know it. He said, bro, I know you from nowhere. I said, you don't want to know who I am, motherfucker. He's like, I know you. I'm like, yeah. You really want to know?
Yeah. We'll figure it out. But
in the 20th, like my sister giving her, we giving her a 70th birthday party. The milestone 70. My sister. That's on the 29th. So I'm gonna be there about 4 days before then. For a whole week.
Okay. Here, you mean?
In California, yeah.
The 29th of July.
But if we just wanted to come out to Vegas, can we do that too? I mean, I'm not joking about the street stuff. Yeah. Then you can just tell me on the street. It'll be different than this. Yeah. It'll be less formal.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see, we've been going for about an hour and a half. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do you guys have to take a restroom break? Anyone? Raise your hand. Okay. If you want to just do maybe another half hour and then we'll take our lunch break. Okay, perfect. Do you need to use the restroom? Okay. All right, we will have to take our break now. So we will take a recess. During the recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected with the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, internet, radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until it is submitted to you. Please rise for the jury. We'll see you guys back here at, let's say, 11:40. 11:40. We're just going to take a short break, I think. For the record, the jury has exited the room. When we get back, we can do another 30, 45 minutes or so. We have lunch coming somewhere around noon, so if we were to break now, I don't know if we'd have enough time to eat.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll be in recess?
Sure.
Okay. Back on record in State versus Davis, C-377-407. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
No.
Okay, let's bring in the jury. Please rise for the jury. party stipulate to the presence of the jury?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You may be seated.
We need to get the witness.
Where's Mr. Dorsey?
I assume he's still back there with his
Okay.
weapon. And Judge, if you just let us know when lunch shows up, we'll break.
Up to about 45 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we have Mr. Dorsey back. You're still under oath, sir. Mr. DiGiacomo, you may resume your questioning at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Dorsey, that was the July 17th, 2017 conversation that we just listened to, correct?
It was the first interview, yes.
And then the second interview, and I have a copy of the transcript for you to look at it, was July 28th of 2017. Does that sound accurate?
That sounds right, yes.
We're just going to start playing that, Judge. And that is State's Exhibit number 122.
Okay. 122 is now playing.
Are you moving back, you think, anytime soon? You're going to stay. You don't like, I know you don't. But your wife's got that business of hers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So she'd have to give it up for you to come back?
Yeah.
No, she with a corporation, so they'll move her around.
Oh, that's
Can't
cool.
just say she won't come back.
Looks good. I mean, I see a white man in the background. Other than that,
I'm going to get out of here soon.
yeah. Actually, I see a white man's torso in the background.
Sorry to hear that. I won't be here long.
Where's Tara?
What's that?
Where's Tara?
Who's what?
Where's Tara?
Tara?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen her today.
See the hiding.
You said she called me and told me that you called her this morning. But I don't think she's in the office, actually.
Mom, look at Mario for 1 second. I just want to make sure your background looks good. We'll be in business.
You're going to be looking at me the whole time, so.
So, Dave, I think it's hitting the whole thing. We want to raise it up and down. There we go. Just down. Slid in the shoulders, right?
Hey, Eric. Oh, well, do this first. What the hell's happening over there? Did you get in touch with him? Yeah, he's not picking up for Nora either. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's good. We're at the neck line. It's good.
That's all right, right, Keith? You know what you're going to talk about, right? Do you need him here? He's not picking up.
What? Yeah, night come, yeah. I do, you know. You know, we already discussed that. I don't know what the fuck you up with.
Me neither. Yeah.
Sometime I'll be Man.
Where'd he go?
I'm over before you start.
Wait, I'm ready to start.
How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't see you. You didn't hear, do you? He's like, yeah, I do.
So that's all we got. We'll talk a little bit about the fight.
I told her, I'm not, I wasn't comfortable with that little place, though.
You know what?
Told her that we was in the office that day when we were arguing. I said, if you give me 2 weeks, and she said, I said, I gave you 6 months. And she said, Keith, I got the people here, just shoot this, woo. So I don't like shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to let him go through the whole thing again?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do a little bit of that. Yeah, sure. But you look great. I have it already. You don't have to go through the entire story.
I look great.
You look fine. Yeah.
To you.
everyone. So everybody's seen it.
Hey, don't release that shit on the internet like y'all did last time.
No, of course not.
Who released that shit on the internet?
I wasn't even working here when it happened. I have no idea.
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
You weren't even working here?
I've been here for 5 weeks.
So he shot like a promo. He came in, before Mario got hired, and shot a promo, and then somebody like BET or somebody leaked it on the internet.
I know. I actually was here, but I was here working on different.
Alright, so can we let's
Disaster.
talk about the other stuff then, and then we'll get to that later. So I'm just gonna go back to the stuff that we talked about in the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we get to that. Yeah. Everybody ready to start?
Yeah, that's bad.
Can you give me a?
All right, here we go.
Oh, for this. Yeah.
So they're very close.
Yeah. No problem.
Where do you think we'll start?
Just be careful 1 second. Yeah, just I'll talk. I'll read this. No, I didn't see it. Thank you. Okay, that's ours now. Okay, that long? I'm not seeing it. Oh, I just told them I thought it was fine. I see.
The one good thing is on the 78, the frequency, we have a lot of pushback. To get the HDMI, we got a lot of room on it. But anyway, we can do water. Right. You can't get water if you don't do water.
All right, let's go. Eric. Yep. That's cool. I'm rolling. Yeah, there you are. Okay, guys, can we settle? Let's go.
Okay, I'm rolling, so everyone please make sure you're rolling on sound and vibrate.
So last time when we talked about, you gave me a little bit of your background. Where'd you grow up? What was Compton like when you grew up? Why don't we talk a little bit about that just to get us warmed up?
Okay.
Let me just move my chair up. So remember, you're going to be looking at me, and remember to try to speak in full sentences, right? I'm going to always stop you if you don't do it. So,
Okay.
So I grew up in blah, blah, blah. It was, my neighborhood was this.
Okay. I grew up in Compton. I moved here in 1965. It was all white back then. We was the first black family on the street. It was pretty cool. And blacks started moving in like 69, 70, 71. And most hold on.
Sorry.
No, I
think it's a computer, yeah. Okay. I did. No, now you turned it on. Yeah. It's off. Yeah.
Okay, I grew up in Compton, 1965. We moved out there. We was the first black family on the street, literally in the neighborhood. So blacks started moving in about 69, 70, 71. Most families go for their parents, pops and moms and pops. The neighborhood was pretty nice. pretty green grass, and all that. And the gangs came in about 70, 71. And our neighborhood started gang banging in 1972.
And what affiliation was the gangs?
It was Crips and Bloods. And our neighborhood was U.S. at first. Then they turned Crips in 1972.
And you were a good kid, you were telling me, right?
Yes.
Like you were a good student and all that stuff. How did you go? Tell me that, and then tell me how you fell in with gang activity.
I fell in with gangs.
Yeah.
Really, fell in with gangs. It was a fad around our neighborhood. I was a good student, but I still was a gang member back then. I used to be like the ball boy for Compton College, so I knew older dudes and stuff like that. They gave me more wisdom, whereas
You played ball with Suge Knight, right?
yeah, I played pop runner football at Grady Compton and Suge Knight. His dad was a coach and stuff like that.
So you cool dude?
Yeah, he was cool with it back then. He was like a year younger than us. Him and his cousins played on our team. He was twin, Ronald Dynamite, and Suge. And all three of them played on the team. His dad was a coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So at some point, you guys were tight, right? Back then.
We were just football teammates. Yeah, we used to go to his house. We win the games. Go to his house, go swimming. We used to go to his other uncle's house. And Donald house too. We go swimming over there after we win and stuff like that.
So, let me check my notes here. When did you first hear about Death Row?
Death Row?
Yeah, about the label and all that stuff.
1990.
Just tell me in the full sentence.
I heard about Death Row in 1990. Before Suge was even involved.
What was your impression like? What were you? Is it true that you were somewhat involved at the beginning with them?
Yes.
Can you explain what that was?
Well, I did the footwork for the project. I really didn't think it was going to work. 2 years later, it came up.
So what was that footwork?
It was the footwork?
Yeah.
Just the footwork, basic footwork.
We have it on camera. You told me about delivering the money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So can you expand on that?
You say?
Can you tell me about it?
I just did the footwork with the money part. That's all. Yeah. But I can't tell you who I did it for. You know what I'm saying? But I did the footwork for the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think maybe Wayne's calling. Hey, Randy. Can you check to see somebody from the reception is calling me? Oh, he is. Okay.
Yeah, he need to be in here.
Yeah. So, he's not gonna come for him?
Is that gonna come for me? I'll go get him.
No, I'll do it. Let me just finish this thought before we forget it. And he can wait for a second. So without naming names, what kind of people did you do the footwork for?
Huh?
Without naming names, what kind of people did you do the footwork for?
Well, bosses.
Yeah, but just, tell me in a full sentence. I did the footwork for...
I did the footwork for bosses. Me and Suge got the same boss, really. Literally. Yeah.
And was it drug money?
Yes. Yes, it was.
In a full sentence?
Yes, it was drug money.
Yeah, so, let me get Wayne. We can step down. Yeah,
How much time do we have in that?
10 on the rolls.
Okay, let's just keep rolling.
I'm talking about me. Okay, hey. Oh, damn it, Jay. Yeah, I'm good. Good job.
I feel everything jiggling. I feel everything jiggling.
So he in there talking to Nora?
He's not gonna talk if you're not there.
Why he do that every time I'm in there?
What?
He supposed to be in there with me, dog.
Just come in.
What are you talking?
It's okay. More headaches.
We need you to come in. We'll stick to that. That's right.
Some bullshit, man. I made that happen. And he told my sister that, I swear to God, man. And she scratched me every motherfucking month for rent money. Because he told her that.
Just please come in. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked him over the Louis. I said, Shawty, I've been married this man.
It makes my life more difficult. Yeah, we're good.
He really crossed me, nigga. No way in hell he would let that book come out. He would have been when he said something about my brother. Hell no. It's surely a huh? I ain't wrong, man. He hooked this up. Yeah, I'm glad he's all on it. In fact, I didn't even talk to him. I talked to him first about it. No, listen, I know we was already doing this house and all that, spending the night and all that.
Oh, you get out? He's talking to Tara, and Tara has to leave, so he's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Tara got to leave. Okay, I need to talk to her too, though. I'm going to talk to her.
You know where she is?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Tara, you just
I'll fill you in. I'll translate.
Where Tara at?
Yeah. Right, basically, yeah. But that's a huge admission from an OG from Compton with verifiable connections to see on camera. Yes. Straight from the horse. He's the go-between.
It doesn't have to be so complicated. It's like a fucking marriage.
Nobody's talking about sugar right now because he's cut off, but no, they fell out. But, certainly not after Tupac Shakur.
I'll get pushing to get everything going, and then we can kind of figure out.
So I'll give it to you after. Yeah. I mean, I have to get it from them, but I can give it to you.
As soon as we get everything done today, we can probably put it.
Well, I wanted to go to Vegas. And,
To the Hero Shop.
yeah.
Right after the Hero Shop. Just how much are 25 G's, right? We probably could do 10 today.
I only have authorization for 5.
I know, but
You can talk.
I'll just take you on.
if you need it.
Because I need a little property.
But if you need, then when we go meet you in Vegas for your Hero Shop, we'll just bring the other 26 years. Does that work? So I want to get some good Hero Shops. But next time,
It's all good. Hi, Ashley. This is Mario Diaz calling you back. Hi. Good. Okay, cool.
I don't know why they're taking a break. I didn't hear somebody couldn't get in or something. I don't know. I have not heard his voice, but he didn't say much last time.
Didn't make a left. It was the wrong path.
Oh, you got to take the long path?
Hey there, how are you? I'm good. I'm actually just wanted to play you back real quick because but I'm doing interviews today, so I don't have a lot of time. Tell me.
Which one for you to be doing for lunch?
How did that get started?
Oh, we had a place called Compton Hydraulics. My brother did, and they used to call up there and ask for lowriders.
Who did?
All kind of entertainers, movie people, and everything. So that's how, Batman from what's his name, Marcus Houston. Yeah, he used a few of them called,
And how did you end up in the video?
I went up.
Well, I crew. Like I
never was in no video. I never put myself out there like that.
Was in Orlando in some of the videos too? I feel like I've seen his face in some of the videos.
Not that I know of.
But you guys started, when you started hanging out with Puffy and going to concerts, and how did that relationship start?
He called one night.
Who did?
Puff called one night and asked us was it cool to come out on the West Coast for his concerts. Yeah. And so, Then he came. The first concert we went to was in Irvine at the Summer Jam. And then Suge was there. When they got off the stage, when Biggie did perform, Suge asked me how did I know them guys. And I seen he was kind of getting jealous then because Biggie had a hot record right then. Had a One More Chance. And that was the hottest thing going on right then.
So how did you get on stage with those guys?
I knew some New York people that knew them. New York guys. Yeah.
So you were on stage?
Yeah.
Doing the performance?
Yes, I was on stage with them,
I wanted to ask you how that works. Because, they call you guys up to see if it's okay to come to LA. What does that mean? For some of us who don't understand,
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, he would call to see if it was cool to come out to LA because he was scared of Suge and, they had a beef, some shit started in Atlanta or something. Yeah.
So did you guys offer him security? Is that how it went down, or?
No, we ain't no security guards. You know what I'm saying? No, we just went to the concerts with him. I guess he was trying to be slick because we were Crips and his enemies are Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was being smart. When me and Suge was friends, so I used to go to parties. Everything was Suge. Meet Suge at parties and all that. Clubs, all that.
So at that point, it was still cool.
Yeah,
you still talked to Suge, no problem. You still talked to, you hung out with Puffy's people, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
When did it become a problem?
I guess when that guy, Big J, got killed in Atlanta.
Tell me about that.
The word on the street was his Puffy bodyguard killed him. Yeah, out there in Atlanta at a party or something.
And then, I want to understand how, Puffy is afraid that Suge's going to do something, so he calls you guys up, right?
No, he was having a tour that year, that BET tour, and he was just shit. I guess he was paranoid, scared. And he's like, I guess he used the Crips. You know what I'm saying? So he just called and asked, can we come to the concert?
Did you guys have a good time with him?
Oh yeah, it was cool. Had a nice stuff. So.
All right, so let's go through all that stuff we talked about last time. How many times did you meet Puffy?
How many times have I met Puffy?
Yeah.
Shit, I can't even, it was so many times I can't even remember.
Was there a specific time and place where you guys talked about him being scared?
Shit, at Greenbacks on Sunset.
What happened there?
You know, you eat upstairs at the deli, and you order your food downstairs. So me and him went downstairs and ordered a couple of champagne bottles. And we talked about it then.
What did he say?
What did he say? Shit, he was just scared of the guy, shit. That's all.
Did he ask you to do something for him?
Shit. Not really. Yeah. What?
He's nodding he's saying yes.
Okay. Yes, he asked us to do something.
Can you tell me what that is?
I guess he wanted the big guy taken care of. Yeah. Shit. That's all in shit. I'm not no killer, so shit, I don't know why he was asking me. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Shit. That ain't my line of work. Yeah.
So, how did you meet Puffy initially? Was it through Zip? We talked about who Zip was. Let's dig in a little bit. Who's Zip and how did you meet him?
Zip? We played a baseball game at our park. Just a different neighborhood, and he happened to be their pitcher. Yeah. Happened to be their pitcher, yeah.
And what was his line of work?
What was his line of work? Well, he's a pimp, you know, and he get money in the streets. Yeah.
So what, were you guys in business together?
No, not really.
You just tell me what he did for you in terms of the Puffy relationship. Did he connect you to him? Is that who introduced you?
Yeah, that's who introduced. Yeah.
So, can you say that in the confused?
Oh. Yeah, Ron Zip introduced me to Puff. So I met Puff, yeah.
Right. Let me just keep checking my notes here. So once you knew what Puff wanted, did you look for an opportunity to, help him out with his problem?
Oh, no, sir. I didn't need the money. I was well off my damn self. Matter of fact, he was just starting out, so my pockets was fatter than his. Okay.
Tell me about your life during that time. Like, what were you're putting in a lot of money, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Paint a picture of what that looks like. Like, what was it? How much money were you bringing in? How large were you living?
Do I got to say that?
You can give an idea. You don't have to be like super specific to the dollar amount. Just give me a sense of it.
About 4.2 or million, 31, yeah. It wasn't mine, though. Yeah.
How much did you keep?
About 20%. Yeah.
So
that's how much I was making.
So to you, the money didn't matter.
Yeah.
When things got hot in Vegas, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but when things got hot in Vegas, was it about the money? When you guys went after Suge and Tupac?
Really, it seemed like they came after us. Jumped on my nephew with the, yeah. Seemed like they was targeting us. Yes.
No, that's cool.
Okay.
So, let's go back. I'm jumping around a lot. So, let's go back to the Puffy thing. After you met with him at Greenblatt's, when did you see him again? The candy? Yeah.
That's all right.
He can hear the candy going.
Okay. All right,
You gonna swallow it or?
Spit it out. Okay. So, after you met him at Greenblatt's, did you see him again?
After that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him a few times, concerts and stuff like that, yeah.
And was he still concerned about the beef with Suge?
No, not really. Shit, he had about 50 clips with him, shit. And he hired some Navy SEALs, too. So, damn, I was like, damn. Yeah.
So just tell me the beginning of that. So Puffy wasn't afraid because...
Oh, Puffy wasn't afraid because he had 50 clips with him. And plus he had about 10 Navy SEALs in the room, shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Orlando. Who's Orlando Anderson?
Orlando Anderson is my nephew. My nephew, my best friend, and my son, everything. He's everything to me.
You guys did a lot of stuff together, hung out, chilled out?
He was a youngster, just graduated from high school. And, they jumped on him, 20-year-old kid, some grown men jumped on the kid. That's my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Seemed like he always picking on some kids. Yeah.
Did he become part of your crew?
No, not really. I would never put my nephew in a position like that to be part of another crew like that.
But he's affiliated with gangs, right? He's affiliated with the Crips. He's not. I've seen pictures of him flashing gang signs.
Well, shit, he grew up over there. That's a culture, Yeah, it's culture over there. Yeah, that's all. He went to school. That's our neighborhood. Period.
So what happened? I want to set the stage for what happened at the lobby of the MGM, right? Somebody saw him and said, "That's the guy who stole my chain," right?
Yeah.
There had been a previous incident at the Lakewood Mall.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you know about that stuff?
Well, it was a football player. It was a guy, one of my little homeboys named Marcus. He was playing football he was going to play football for Arizona State. And we was up there to buy him some stuff to go play football with. Like shoes, go off to college with, send him off right.
You were there?
No, I wasn't there.
Okay.
But they was there to send him off right, give him support so he could be all right when he go to college. It just so happened he rented 3 of the death row guys, and he was there by himself. And they was bird dogging him, talking shit to him. Death row, mob, Pyru, and all that. So, shit, he jumped off, Marcus, he wasn't no punk. He could fight good, and he was a football player, so he athletic. So he grabbed, he knocked the guy out, grabbed his chain, that's all. We ain't had no bounty on no chain. We don't want that little punk-ass chain. You know what I'm saying? The little chain, weren't worth shit.
So they started it?
They started it, yeah.
And who's Marcus?
Marcus, he was a football player from our neighborhood. He was just graduated from Dominguez High School. He could play football.
And he was there that day with...
He was there at the mall by himself. Then, it was 3 guys from Death Row there, from Mob Pyru. They was bird dogging, talking shit to him, woo. Because he had on a little S hat that represent our neighborhood. So they was, bird dogging him. Just so my nephew knew happened to come up to the mall.
So he got involved because he saw what was happening, or how did he get there?
How did my nephew get there? No, they was going to meet him up there so he can buy him some stuff. Send him off right to Arizona State. Good athlete. Play strong safety.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get straight. Like, they were together when they encountered the guys from Death Row?
No, Marcus was by himself.
How did Orlando get involved there?
Orlando and his Marcus friend, they just graduated from high school. They all friends played sports together. They came up to the mall to meet Marcus so they could help him send him off right to college.
No, I understand that, but when the shit started happening, where was Orlando?
He was walking into the mall, walking into the Foot Locker. And Marcus seen his homeboys. Like, we're even now, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And Marcus just took off on him.
I understand.
Knocked the dude through the shoes. Took his little change.
Right.
Snatched his change. Lando didn't have nothing to do with that fucking change. Period.
Because I understood that there was like a bounty for the chain.
That's bullshit. What? $200, $300 change? Bounty. We didn't need that fucking change.
But, all right, so that's Orlando. We go to Vegas now, right? In Vegas, you guys go to the fight. Tell me why you went to Vegas.
We was going to the fight, the Mike Tyson fight. We've been going to the fight since like 88, 89. Before rappers was even famous going to the fucking fights. One fight I was at, sitting next door to Mike Douglas. The MC Hammer was outside the fucking gate. I mean, you know, trying to get into the motherfucking VIP section. So, yeah, you know, shit. Yeah, I've been going to the fights. Las Vegas, yeah.
And you knew that Sugar's going to be there?
No, not really. I didn't know Sugar was be there. I seen Sugar the day before the fight. Outside in the lobby, he was in the Rolls Royces. And then, shit. You know, I seen him there. He spoke to me and everything. If he had beef, he should have said something there.
So who were you with?
Who were I with?
Yeah.
Shit, he was my homeboys. Yeah, he seen me the day before the fight.
And
pulled up in his Rolls Royce. Yeah.
And Orlando, obviously.
Yeah, Orlando, I think Orlando was with us too, yeah.
All right. So the next thing is you guys went to the fight.
Yes,
right?
we went to the
fight
fight.
ended quickly.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Was it Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, yeah. First rounder, yeah.
And you went to eat somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me what happened after the fight.
We all were sitting in different spots of the arena. Then I told everybody to meet up at the cafe in the MGM. So shit, we all came from. I seen Tupac and Sugar and Duane in the fight. They seen me too. Shit, I went to the cafe. And then some guys, some of my homeboys from East Coast Crips came in there and said, hey, homie, the Death Row dude, Sugar, just jumped on your nephew. I go, yeah? Yeah, that's what happened.
What'd you do? What'd you do then?
I went to look for my nephew, make sure he was all right.
And what happened? Did you find him?
I found him. He said he was cool and stuff. Shoulder was kind of out of place. I said, you ain't need to go to the hospital. Yeah.
What did he tell you happened?
He said he was rusty. He said Shug and Buntry and them just rusty. Yeah. Tupac.
Why did it happen?
We had no idea why it happened. I guess when the Lakewood Mall, I guess. But they seen us the day before. The fuck, you know.
So the day before, you're saying that Tupac and Shook both saw you and Orlando?
I don't think Tupac is with him.
Oh,
But
there you go. Because what happened is, I mean, the way I understand it,
Tupac had a hot head and just, you know, trying to take off with somebody, trying to be a gangster. I don't know. I guess he got a hot head for a crazy dude.
well, he claims that the stupid necklace, you know, that's the guy who grabbed the necklace off of his friend.
Yeah. That little $300 necklace. Yeah.
I know, it's funny, right? Like, this shit is all over. About a stupid necklace, you know.
Yes.
People die.
So,
what happened after that?
what happened after that?
Yeah.
to the parking lot. Got on cars. And, had a little meeting. And our little homie said they gonna have a concert at the 662 Club. So I was just confront him and ask him why would he jump on my nephew. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. And then, what was the, just tell me what the little conference was about. You had a little meeting.
What's that?
You said you had a little meeting. What was that meeting about?
No, we were just going to the 662 Club to see, to Pac wanted to get out. You know what I'm saying? Since we friends, me and Shug friends, I just want to see if Pac wanted to get down. Because I'm quite sure my nephew would knock his ass out. So my nephew athlete, brother.
Okay. And then what happened? You guys went off. Tell me, with as much detail as you can remember, what happened after that?
Okay, yeah, it was like, this has been like, what, 20 years ago almost. I'll tell you as much as I can. So we went to the store. We went to the 662 Club. Waited there about an hour. They didn't ever show up. So we left. Started, we going to go party. So we went and brought some champagne, case of champagne.
So wait, let's take it step by step. So you went to 662 to look for them, and they never showed.
No, we went to see what it was about. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk to shit. Because, you know, I've been knowing him since I was 9 years old, shit. Plus, I helped him get his record business going, shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, bite the hand that feeds you. You know, shit.
But so you went into the club and he wasn't there.
No, I never went into the club. I just went in the back where they was gonna come in.
It's probably a good stopping point.
Okay.
I can go another 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, like JDA just said, there was a mix-up with the food, so we're looking at about 15 more minutes.
Okay.
But I can also give them their break and then bring it in 15 minutes. Get you just a natural stopping point and we'll break. So this is it?
This is it.
Okay. All right. We'll take our lunch break now. During this recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. I'll have you guys back here at 1:30. Please rise for the jury. For the record, the jury has exited the room. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
Oh, that's it. No, yeah.
Okay, we'll be in recess. I'll give you guys a minute. We can go off, I think. Back on record in State v. Davis, C-377-407. Anything we need to address before bringing in the jury?
Up from the state. No, Your Honor.
Okay, perfect. We'll bring them in.
Let's go.
Stand for the jury.
Could the parties stipulate to the presence of the jury?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You may be seated. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you. State, we are still on Mr. Dorsey's testimony. You may proceed with your video.
Thank you, Judge. And just for the record, we stopped at 40 minutes and 51 seconds, and I'm going to start it back.
Okay.
So I wanted to talk to him about that situation. I assume it probably was it was not. It wouldn't be smart to go inside because it's full of bloods, right? Yeah. I'm quite sure they didn't have to touch me. Yeah. You see me before I went into the fight, see me the day before the fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
So you didn't see him there. You left after waiting for him for an hour, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Went to the liquor farm. Stopped and got some liquor. Started music and party and shit. Got a little drinks, stuff and left. And headed back to the hotel.
Okay. And this is all with how many people? Who's in the car?
It was 4 of us.
Including
me, my nephew, my boy Bubble Up, and Big Drake. So we going up Flamingo. Got to Las Vegas Boulevard. Shit. We waiting there, put a bus around. Happened to see my friends. Sure. Tupac was hanging out the window. There they go, right there. So my partner busted you. Went by there. Got up there by there where he was. Shit. Pop looked like he got a gun. Got the buzzing. Shit. I got the duck. Shit. Got the bus in the back. Duck. Hit the corner. Made it right. So a white car got the chasing us. Still busting. We dished him out. Went in the back of the carriage house. It's a hotel called a carriage house. Got up out the car.
Okay, so let's again take it step by step. What car were you driving?
I wasn't driving no car.
Oh, what car were you in?
A white Cadillac. A rented white Cadillac.
Okay, and then when you saw them, how did you recognize them? I mean, you were driving on the street. How did you know it was them?
He was hanging out. Tupac was hanging out the window, passenger side window. Talking about this Tupac. I mean, all the text was like, Tupac. He was like a celebrity, like he was in a parade. Yeah.
And so, after that, you knew that they were. What were they driving?
They was driving a BMW. Yeah. But shit. Once we got back to Compton, he was saying little Reggie and all of them was shooting at the car. So we got the car painted. We took it to the paint shop. You know what I'm saying? So we turned the car in so there would be no evidence.
Okay, but let's go back to the moment that it happened, right? So you're driving, you see Suge and Tupac in the BMW. You turn around, right? You described it as a U-turn,
yeah.
So that you're facing, so that you're coming in the from the opposite direction, right? Tell me what happened in that moment.
Let's say one more time.
Tell me what happened in that moment when you finally come close to their car.
No, we came close. We came from together, man. Shit. Pop reached down and got his little shit. Got the busting. Shit. We got the busing back. Shit. I never bust. I was on the ducking shit. I didn't want to get hit. A couple of people had some little fragments, glasses in the air and shit. We, shit. Once we hit that right on Cobalt, the right of the sea breeze was chasing us. Shit, a lot of shots. Got the fuck on, we made a right there on, that's another little street right there where the carriage house was.
So, who pulled the trigger?
Who pulled the what?
Who pulled the trigger?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I didn't see it.
Did Orlando pull the trigger? Who's closest to the other car?
Big Dre was the closest. Big Dre was the closest to the other car. But I was ducking, shit. The dude was crazy. I said, this dude was really trying to get a reputation. He was jumping around, like, damn.
So you I want to make this really clear. You mean to tell me that even though you were in the car with those three guys, and you talked to them a bunch afterwards, you don't know who shot the shots?
That would be incriminating myself.
Okay. Are we cool with that, Wayne? Okay, great. Yeah, okay. Let's stop there.
Let me go smoke, dude.
Yeah. Come back. Just give me one quick second. All right, so let's go back to that. Describe Tupac. What did he look like? Did he look like he was going to pull something? Just tell me everything you remember.
Okay, when we pulled up, I was in the front seat, passenger side. He went down, got his shit, got the buzzing. So shit, I ducked. All I know is shit came from the back seat and they got the buzzing back. Shit, we hit the corner after the shooting. And another white car got the chasing us. They got the shooting too. Shit.
Yeah, but you told me that already. So I just want to get it straight in my mind. Who's sitting in the back?
My nephew and my partner Big Dre.
And who's driving?
My partner Bubble Up.
So behind the driver is Orlando, right?
No, Big Dre.
Big Dre. And so and Orlando's on the other side behind you.
Yes.
When the shots started ringing out, who's closer to the window?
Big Dre was. He was the same path. He was behind the driver. Big Dre was behind the driver.
Where'd the shots come from?
In the back seat.
Yeah, but who's closest? Who had the gun?
I don't know, sir. Tell you the truth. I was ducking.
And the fact that there was a gun there, does that mean that you guys were ready for something? Or you just...
No, we gangsters. What's wrong with guns? Yeah, better be called with it than without it.
Do you remember anything else about that moment where the two cars met? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Do you remember anything else about that moment?
No, not really. It was like 20 years ago. The best recollection I can remember.
So let's talk about what we sort of started talking about outside. Like there's allegations by certain police detectives that you had made a statement about who shot Tupac.
Not to my recollection. I'm telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You asking me for the truth. I'm here to tell you. 20 years, here to tell you. Get it from the horse's mouth. Right here.
Was there ever any discussion about
who actually did the shooting?
Was it ever discussion with who?
Yeah, you guys.
No, that's the code of the streets. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So if somebody can get out of free jail card when you tell people.
What are your thoughts about Greg Kading and his investigation and all the stuff that's been out there?
How I feel about it?
Yeah.
Well, I felt, I was railroad. Felt I was railroad, crossed. Endangered my life. Put me in a bad fucking situation, bad spot. Life been fucked up ever since. Don't nobody trust me. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
Why don't they trust you? Because they think you snitched?
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you tell me now whether what he published is true or false? Is there some truth to it? Not some of it is true, some of it is false?
Shit, I think he's just trying to make $1. You know what I'm saying? He got fired. Trying to make $1 off the motherfucker. Yeah, that's what I figured. He's just trying to, use me so he can't use me no more. Shit, I'm fucking used up, man. Shit. He fucked over me. That's what I feel. Yeah.
And do you feel like the information that he has is completely false? Like, oh, sorry. The information that you have is that he has is completely false. I mean, it's known that they had a case on you, so you talked to them.
Is what you say?
I said it's known that they had a case on you.
It's known?
I mean,
shit. I can't. Not that I can remember. Shit.
I'm trying to ask him to talk about what is known out there, the fact that he pointed at Orlando as being the shooter, and that's been published, and that's what there are legal there are documents that have been published.
The question is.
My question was, how do you feel about that? Is there any truth to that? What is true? What is false?
Right, what I'm saying is you didn't ask me that question.
I did. You weren't here.
No. Oh, okay. So just ask him about, was it an investigation and there were statements made, and what is his opinion of the statements that were made?
Pardon me? Can you repeat that again?
There's an investigation, there were statements made that you made certain, allegations, and, what is your opinion on those statements that this statement was made?
Right.
And what should I say, brother?
Well, you can comment about what the real truth is compared to what people are saying. So this is what's true, and this is what people, that's not true what people say.
Okay. All right, come on.
So what that stuff that's been made public, what is true and what is false?
I'm giving you the truth right here, sir. Getting it from the horse's mouth. So, you can't get it no tour.
Right. So what I want to know is if you were in the car and you were there with your nephew, it's pretty close to what Greg Kading is saying, right?
Shit. Is it pretty close? What do you think?
I think he's going to understand what he's asking.
In your own words, in those tapes that were made public, and this book Murder Rap, there's a film called Murder Rap. You, in your own words, we heard you say Orlando was the shooter.
You heard me say it?
Yes.
Shit, I never had been. Ain't nobody ever had no tape recorder with me, not to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck he did some tape recording. Shit maybe was made up or something.
So you're denying that you ever said that Orlando was the shooter?
Yes, I'm denying it.
And your statement now is that you were in the car, and shots rang out from your car, but you don't know who did it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I came from the back seat.
Okay. Is there any is there any reason why you wouldn't be forthcoming about this information? In other words, is there a deal that you have in place that would not allow you to say with any detail about that?
I'm asking you.
You want me to jump in? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta pick the way he's asking the question. The way that you want to answer the question is you want to explain to him that one, you don't have a recollection of making a report, which is what you said, and secondly, if the circumstances which police officers try to investigate is not consistent with what the truth is. So you have no reason, what they're saying is different than what you're saying right now, which is you're really telling the truth, because the police don't have any motive for you to tell the whole story except the feds and what really happened. They just want to get what they need to get to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can explain, you can be more detailed like that, that's how you want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and you might want to mention, that you really don't recall how dealing with Kane that way, you did deal with Dupree, remember you dealt with Dupree? So you might want to, the only person that you remember.
Well, let's start there. Because it just feels like a big. It's getting confusing. Let's start there. You met with police. Who did you talk to? And what was your? What did they want from you? What did you tell them, etc.?
Well, what did I tell them?
Well, no, let's start from the beginning. You met with, when did you meet with police? Who did you meet with, and what did you tell them?
Duane.
I think he's asking you in general, not that situation. Like, did anybody ever show up or ask you questions?
Correct.
Oh, shit. They've been sweating me for the last 20-something years, shit. I did, okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay. Well, they've been sweating me for the last 20-something years, ever since that day that shit happened. Because the first news report that came out said Keffe D nephew. Said, ever since then, I've been sweated by everybody. Compton police, FBI, fucking everybody. U.S. attorneys, fucking on my ass, man. I did 5.5 years in the feds. Every other month, they was up there saying, this is a rapper killer, you know what I'm saying? I just been targeted. Just been on my ass ever since.
And there's some truth to that, right? I mean, you were in the car.
Yes. Some truth. Yes. I was in the car.
And then what statements did you give police?
The statement I gave police? Shit.
In general.
I didn't give no statements. You know what I'm saying? Not that, I ain't ever been tape recorded or nothing.
But when it first happened, did they come and interview you?
Did they come and interview me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the FBI. Oh, shit.
What did you tell them? I guess what I'm asking is what
did I tell them?
Did you tell them what you're telling me today?
No.
Why not?
Why not? Shit. Probably go to fucking jail.
So, help me understand, why are you now telling me what you're telling me?
Because I wanted to get the truth out. You get it from the horse's mouth. One more time, Wayne?
Is that okay?
What?
Well, I think it's one statement he made needs to correct. He said because you go to jail, but
No.
you want to explain because you were innocent. You had nothing to do with it. I think you can explain that.
Oh, okay. Because I'm innocent, I didn't have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I was putting myself in I was in a fucked up situation. I'm innocent. I didn't do a motherfucking thing. I want to jeopardize my freedom when I got got good things going on. I was living good,
That's right. So you tell me that you're telling me now because you wanted the truth to come out. Why is that important to you?
Because there's been several reports, and everybody just trying to make money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Soliciting me, hanging me out to dry, making me feel like a piece of shit, you know? Yeah.
Okay. So now let's just leave that, put that on the side for a while,
Okay.
and go back to what happened after the shooting. What did you guys do? How did you cover your tracks?
Well, I got away, and I went to the hotel room. Then the next morning, woke up and took off in the rent car that I had. Me and my nephew drove home. So once we got home, the guys was like, man, we need to get this car fixed. So I said, man, I don't want nothing to do with that. Y'all go get that shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? So
what was the matter with the car? Do you remember?
it had bullet holes in it. Yeah. One of the little homies took the car to the shop. Got the car painted.
And then Orlando, I remember I read something about him giving some statements and stuff like that. You know, did you guys talk about what happened afterwards? Did you talk to your nephew about not saying anything?
That's just the code of the streets. They know not to say nothing. Everybody, you know, this is the code of the streets, not to say nothing. Yeah.
When Suge had his parole hearing, Orlando testified on his behalf. Why did he do that?
Damn. He paid his. Well, he paid it off. Paid us off. He the night before you want me to tell you the whole truth? Well, the night before his hearing for his court date, my nephew called me and said meet him up at the lawyer's office. So I get to the lawyer's office. It's Reggie Senior, Sergeant Reynolds, and Suge Knight up to the lawyer's office. And there's two Compton police. One of them was captain and the sergeant. I was like, what the fuck? You know? So I knew some fishy shit was going on there. Yeah.
And he offered you how much?
He gave up $60,000
in exchange for?
To say that he didn't do anything.
For Orlando to say that?
Yes.
Just give me that in the full sentence. You're not going to hear my voice.
Okay. Well, my nephew asked me to come up to the lawyer's office. And I get there, Suge Knight, Reggie Wright Sr., and Sergeant Reynolds from the Compton PD was there, the lawyer's office. And he was like trying to work out a deal where nephew wouldn't say that the guy kicked him. But it didn't work because the next day the judge said, I can see him kicking you in the head right fucking now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did Orlando regret that?
What's that?
Did he regret it?
Did he regret what?
Like going to court and saying this stuff that wasn't true.
It's the code of the streets, man. Shit.
What's interesting about this is that does Suge know that you guys, at this point, does Suge know that you guys were in that car?
Not that I know of.
Just give me a...
Not that I know.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, because the newspaper article came out and said, Keffe D left you. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to know why the fuck he say my fucking name. You know what I'm saying? Well, I figured his strategy was to kill the head of the snake. You know what I'm saying? Chop off the head of the snake, the rest of the body will fall.
Right, but I'm talking about paying you off to go to court and say that Suge had nothing to do with the, he's the victim, right? You're paying him off.
We're the victim.
No. What I'm saying is, Orlando's the victim.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the one who got beaten up.
Beat the fuck up.
He goes and says that Suge didn't beat him up, which is clearly not true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But on top of it, you guys had shot at him. Does he? And he doesn't know that.
I couldn't tell you because he's the only one from his crew really that know me. And a newspaper article came out saying Keffe D nephew. So I figured he said it from day one, Get rid of Keffe D. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So he had it out for you.
I thought we was fucking friends. I really did thought we was friends, man. He really was biting off the hand that fed him, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know that we did the groundwork, that I did the groundwork for his record company. Like, this mother was gonna beat him, a nephew, a kid, you know what I'm saying?
Something I wanted to ask you before, and I forgot to ask you, was the day before the fight, when you saw him.
Yes.
What did you guys talk about?
He just said, what's up? What's up, big dog? I said, what's up? Yeah. We two major players in the game, but we got the same boss. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He just had the music industry and I had the streets. That's all.
But you guys were cool.
Yeah, we was cool. We was played football since we was little kids.
No, but I mean in that moment, like when you saw him the day before the fight.
Yeah. He acted cool. Shit.
Yeah. The other, another question that I remember that I wanted to ask you is who shot the Cadillac? Because you had to get...
It was pot. I don't know why they didn't even test me for powder burns. I don't know why.
So I talked in the middle of it. Tell me again, please.
I don't know why the police didn't check him for powder burns because he got the shooting and everything. I just ducked. Car was all shot the fuck up. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, just moving on. We got like 15 more minutes. How much time do we have on those cards? Are we good? 11. Okay, cool. Just give me a second. Just pull this up.
You know what he said about Reggie threatening me the next day?
I thought that was for you. You said
you want me to do it?
You wanted to keep that to you? Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. We're rolling.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, well, the next day I got home. I was in my front yard. About 4:15. Here come Reggie Sr. Flying up, coming up from Greenleaf with birds. Ran the stop sign and everything, parked on the wrong side of the street. Jumped out the car and talking about, hey, Keffe D, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I said, what's up? He's like, if you kill my motherfucking son, bail's coming off. You get your motherfucking ass. I said, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I'm just letting your ass know, motherfucker. Like, oh. I just looked at him crazy. What the fuck is you talking about? Reggie Sr., so it was bad. They was the mayor, and everybody was against us, man. Yeah, everybody, the whole town.
And can you explain who, because I don't know that a lot of people know who Reggie
Sr. is a Compton police. He's a captain. They had another guy, Reynolds. They was all under the Death Row banner. Even the mayor, Omar Bradley, was all up under that shit.
Can you tell me what, because I think we touched on that before, but I didn't really get a good picture of like how affiliated was Suge with LAPD?
LAPD and Compton police.
And Compton police, yeah.
Yeah, he was shit. Most of the guys is from his neighborhood. A lot of the guys from like David Mack, Reggie Sr., Reggie Jr., Patterson, Reynolds, all of them is from his neighborhood. So that's how you got that plug with them. You know, shit. It was really, really dangerous for us You know what I'm saying? So we should really try to stay out of the city of Compton.
Because when you go against Suge, you're going against...
Yes.
Compton. Can you tell me that in a sentence?
Oh, when you're going against Suge, you're really going up against the police. Compton police, Rampart, all that, all his neighborhood friends. So, yeah, he kind of had a winning battle, you know. Who else better to have on your team is the police? So we was kind of fighting a losing battle with them guys. Raid our little spots, take all our guns. Yes.
So that's cool, because I wanted to establish that connection, because a lot of people don't know that he was protected.
Yeah, he was protected by the mayor, city councilmen, the Compton PD, big rank and files.
Who he was paying off?
Shit, he was buying police cars and stuff like that, and, you know, giving out turkey drives for the city, all that shit. So he was really protected. He was in there, you know what I'm saying?
So when he was he was giving out turkeys to people, or like having, you know, shit like in the park, whatever, free food for people. That's to pay off cops.
And no, they had very nice cars that they shouldn't have on no police saddles. Very nice cars.
It's crazy that the record business paid for that.
Yeah, I paid for that. Yeah, I started them off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I wanted to establish that connection. I also want to ask you, what's the connection between Puffy and Zip? Because you never told me that. You told me that he introduced you to Puffy, but I don't know what their relationship is.
I don't really, you know, I didn't really know that. I didn't get deep into that. He was just shit. I was a major player. I had the bread.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just that Zip came to you, and then that's how you ended up meeting Puffy.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I think
3 minutes.
9 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we went over a bunch of shit. So.
Let's go back to Chris. I want to take Chris Brown out of there though. You know what I said about the dudes being blood?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take Chris Brown out of there because my niece.
You have to tell me the whole thing again then, so I can use it.
Okay, my niece.
Sit back.
Okay, sit back.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
About the Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, well, these guys running around here claiming blood. These little entertainers like Justin Bieber, Bow Wow, and what's the guy's name? On Love and Hip Hop.
We had the same question last time. Somebody came up with it.
What's the guy's name?
Was it? Soldier Boy.
Okay. Oh, let me start over again. All right. Well, as far as the guys claiming blood, this Justin Bieber, Bow Wow, and Soldier Boy. Well, it's just a fab. Y'all need to stop that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? People from our background is trying to get up out of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You guys waiting to get $1 million and want to be blood. That's wrong. Y'all doing it backwards. You know what I'm saying? You guys not from here. You get caught up in that bullshit. But you guys doing it backwards. You guys should be trying to lead it for examples. Set example for kids. Don't try to game bang.
You told me that last time. You gave me a really good quote. You were like, you're doing it the other way around, right? You're doing it backwards. It's not that you don't want to. You're supposed to be getting out of the hood.
Okay. You're supposed to be getting out of the hood, not coming back $1 million going into the hood. Our object is to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Get out of gangs. You guys doing it backwards. You guys need to cut that bullshit out.
So is that because we talked about Tupac? Is that how you felt about Tupac?
Yeah. I feel all these guys, entertainers, you guys faking.
Tupac specifically, what was it about him?
What was it about Tupac?
That you didn't like? Because you told me you didn't like him last time.
I didn't ever say I didn't like him.
Yes, you did. You thought he was a punk-ass gangster wannabe or something, you said.
Oh, yeah, he going around jumping sets. Going around jumping sets. First, he was with the Outlaws. He's from New York, Baltimore, Oakland. God damn. You know, that's against the code, man. You can't be jumping sets on me. Stick to one set on me. You tripping. Yeah, and that ain't the way it go. You don't supposed to join the gang. Supposed to be getting out of the gang. 25, become a grown man and get up out that shit. Shit ain't about nothing. It's either the prison or the fucking graveyard. So, you know, best thing to do, Justin Bieber and them, stay the fuck up away from that bullshit. So they ain't right. Yeah, I'm telling you from an OG.
Right. Yeah. Did you how long? Okay, how?
The threats. Mike Tyson, them. You liked that too?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, yeah, I got threat. A few people threatened me on the internet. Mike Tyson, Tretch, Spice One. Stick to rapping and boxing. You guys ain't about that life, man. You don't want to do life in prison. You know what I'm saying? You need to cut that bullshit out, man.
Well, so you're telling all these people not to do this? Oh, go for it. I'll just give you the question while he changes that.
Okay. I'm telling all these people not to do this, and I'm the fucking leader.
Well, but also,
I quit though.
Yeah, oh, good. So you say that, because that's part of like why you're talking to me now, because you're out of the game.
Yeah, I'm 50-some years old, grandkids.
Right. I have to say, I think the tie and the suit is better than the penguin shirt.
My daughter and them said I look like a swap meet bomb. So, Daddy, if you let them put, I swear to God, that's that shit from the swap. They know. Tell us you, homie. That's just what. Yeah.
It's like a bird. It's like a bird.
It's a
bird on your chest. Is what
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I know it's like a swap meet on here.
Yeah. See, this Versace, homie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Clean, man.
Yeah, man. Gave the belt 1,400, shoes 2,200. Just balling, man. Shit.
That's right.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me, shoes wouldn't have never had a record company, homeboy.
All right, well, we're gonna do 4 or 5 more, and then we're done. Yeah, you're seeing it completely on A. Yeah, you're good. So I just want to pick that up. So you were telling all these people not to go back, right?
Yes.
But that was your life.
Yes. I'm trying to tell them not to make the same mistake I made. You know what I'm saying? Get up out that shit, man. It ain't worth it. I'm 54 years old. Got 7 grandkids. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that, man.
What did you learn that you want to make sure these guys don't? What mistakes did you make that you don't want people to make?
What mistakes I made? What, as far as drug game?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
That wasn't a mistake. Well, yeah. Mistakes I made with trusting people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Just ain't right, man. A lot of people folded chairs on me.
Well, you didn't leave. I mean, were you ever afraid? Like, I'm sure getting out of the game makes it better to live with some peace of mind. Like, nobody's going to jump you over something.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I'm a kid. I was just messing with you. Hey, we gonna go over this stuff before you put it on the air, ain't you?
Yeah.
She said we're going to chop it up together.
Yeah, of course. We're going to make it look good.
Okay.
All right, so a couple of serious questions. Tupac dies. How do you feel about it? I mean, this is a guy who was a major rap star, movie star. You're telling me
how I feel about it?
You're telling me now that, people shouldn't act like gangsters. Is this you feel sad about it at all?
How do I feel about it? Well, I hate the brother, got himself in that, put himself in a predicament, stuff like that, just taking off. I hate the way it go. Life don't go like that, just taking off on innocent people. My nephew was young, 20 years old, just take off on him. He didn't do nothing to you, He didn't do nothing to you.
So you think it was deserved?
No, I don't think it was deserved. Brother should have kept his hands to himself, and I hated that to go that way because it really fucked up my life. Period.
Yeah. Do you think about his family?
Yes.
What do you think about?
I hated that to be it. I hated that to go that way. You know what I'm saying? And Lord be with you guys. That's what I feel.
Do you, since you said it ruined your life, do you have concerns about revealing all this stuff to me now?
Oh shit! The Lord got me. I'm protected by the Lord. The hand of the Lord got a shield over me. He helped me through cancer and everything. Kept a shield on me from being killed by the Compton police, just Rampart, all that. Because when I was in, shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Since you told us about what happened that night in Vegas, do you feel bad? Do you feel like you want to apologize to Tupac's family?
Yes, I hated that to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a good guy. I hate that happen. He was a good rapper and stuff. He was a good role model for the people. I just hate he had that bad side in him. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to take off.
Do you want to apologize to his family?
No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to his family. Yeah.
Okay. One last time. You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
They keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the back seat, bro.
So can you just tell me it was either one or the other?
Can't tell you that. It was in the back seat.
Wayne, this is not something that we don't know already. You told me who was seated in the back, and you're saying the shots came from the back. So I'm asking you to tell me, in your own words, that either it was one or the other.
I don't know who it was. It just came from the back seat.
They're both dead.
Yeah.
What's your concern?
What's my concern?
Yeah. Honestly, just...
Right now, I just want to, the Lord is protecting me, so I really don't have no concern. I'm in the hands of the Lord. Yeah. All my people is religious.
No, you're concerned in revealing who shot Tupac.
That's my concern?
Yeah.
I don't have no concern. I just want to be saying I'm no fucking rat running around like that, dude.
So this is about your code, right? This is about...
Yes.
Can you tell me that?
Yeah. Oh, this is about the code. I'm saying it came from the backseat on, I'm tired of everybody trying to extort money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just out for the money, being greedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
Soliciting us. They've been soliciting us for years, man. Yeah.
All right, I've done all I can. One more question. You know how I do my little research? I read that a Glock 40 was found in Corey's yard. Is that true, Corey Edwards?
Well, they said Corey was the first one that made statements about the situation. And I never gave Corey no gun. And nobody from that car never gave Corey no gun.
Can you tell me how the gun ended up in the car?
I I ain't had no gun. I don't know who had a gun.
Okay. What happened to the gun after the murder? What you do with it?
I have no recollection of what happened to that gun. So.
Okay.
So you know about Corey snitching me out like that?
No, I mean, I just read that I didn't know about the snitching. I knew that the gun was found in his backyard.
Yeah, his neighbor got killed. This shit ain't going on the thing. It is?
No.
No, his neighbor got killed. He got scared.
Right.
Called Suge. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah. So,
all right, man. Well, do you think somebody tossed the gun to frame him? The one that was found in the backyard?
That was bullshit. Corey was just trying to get out of trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up in Vegas then, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's what he said. He
told you. I mean, that's what Tara wants, too. It's not just me. Thanks, man.
But I would think, maybe you might want to ask some aesthetic questions now. Was it sunny? Was it clear? Were windows up and down? You might now.
Oh, yeah, let's get that real quick. Yeah.
Just in terms
I mean, it's actually it's nighttime, so.
Yeah, but you might want to mention it. They say it happened at night.
Right. Yeah. Let's just do it real quick. Just sit down. Just
a setting.
3 minutes.
My sister gonna kill me, man, if I don't go cook that food.
It's your lawyer who's asking.
But just setting.
This will be super quick.
That's why I'm saying that when we leave.
Because it helps the description. Yeah, let's keep rolling. Sorry, guys. Randy, do you have anything?
I have one thing. I'll tell you. You can tell me.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand right here.
Okay.
Just so that we can sort of paint a picture about that night. Just tell me, was it cold? Was it warm? It happened in.
It was warm. It was kind of warm. September 7th. It was warm. It was warm and shit. It wasn't. What else?
Was it? Were you guys drunk? Because you.
No, we weren't drunk or nothing. You knew fucked up our eye. For the fuck up our eye, we was gonna go get high. Drink bottles and smoke some weed and stuff.
You knew what you were doing.
Okay.
You weren't under the influence. Never mind. Were you driving fast? How fast were you driving? How slow were you driving?
I was never driving. I was in the passenger.
You were in the car, so.
We took it. We know not to burn rubber. That put us on. From being in Compton, not to burn rubber and stuff like that. Shit.
How long were you driving around till you saw them? How long did you drive around until you saw them?
Oh, well, long. We just left the liquor store. It took about 5-10 minutes to see them.
And what were you doing before that? You're just driving around? Just tell me that.
No, we was going back to we was leaving the liquor store, going to the hotel, to our hotel room.
So you were not out there looking for them specifically?
No.
You just happened to see them?
Just happened to see them.
So it was a bad luck?
Yeah, it was bad luck. Yeah. If he wouldn't even been out the window, we would have never seen him. He was hanging out the window like he was in the parade. Tupac, the ladies was out of Tupac. It's going like this, hanging out the window.
Okay. Any other details that are important? Oh, yeah. Did you see? Well, you just told me.
It was dark. Nighttime. What time was it? About 9 o'clock? At nighttime, yeah. Yeah. Dang, Corey, where you, man?
Did you guys have the windows down? Was the radio playing?
Yeah, the radio playing. We should go get out and have some fun. So.
Okay, Randy, what you got? You can ask him.
Well, I just think there was.
Yeah.
I got you. There was word on the street that Orlando, after the shooting, was taking credit for it.
No.
Can you speak to that, react to that, those sentiments?
Lando would never go around bragging about no stuff like that. You know, why would he incriminate himself? You know what I'm saying? If he did some stuff like that. Lando would never do no stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Never in his life.
So to the best of your knowledge, there was no chatter in the streets between the two gangs about that?
No, not to my knowledge. I heard they had a hit out on me for $100,000. So I'm worried about that. You know.
Describe that. What did you hear about this hit?
What's that?
What did you hear about this hit?
That was they had a meeting at Lucas Park and they said they had a hit out on me. I just started laughing.
Who had a hit out?
The fucking Death Row, Pirates. Maybe the police. That's the only person I was worried about was the police. Because they can handcuff you and pull you over and kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
I'm on. Can everyone sit still for 15 seconds while we got a room call?
Mr. Dorsey, those were the two conversations we listened to in 2017, correct?
Yes.
And then in 2018, the finished product the jury saw yesterday, that was Mario Diaz's finished product.
Yes, February of 2018 is when the show premiered.
At some point, did you become aware of a book written by Mr. Davis and a Joseph Yap?
Yes, I was maybe late 2018 when I think a Twitter account popped up under Keffe's name, and they were starting to promote it and put excerpts from the book up. That's when I knew for sure the book that he had mentioned during his interview with Death Row Chronicles that was actually happening.
And then in 2019, did you actually get a copy of the book?
Yes, as soon as the book was published, like the first day, I got a copy and read it.
Did you read it?
I did. I read it immediately in one sitting.
Subsequent to that, have you seen Mr. Davis hold the book up and claim ownership of this book?
Yes, when he did his first Vlad TV interview, Vlad TV is a channel on YouTube that's a really popular interview channel. That was in, I think, the summer of 2019. He, at one point, held up a copy of his book and told people that they should read it and that it was the real truth.
First, I'm going to show you State's Proposed Exhibit 67, 68. I should take a look at those.
Yep.
Do those appear to be the front and back cover of that book that Mr. Davis was displaying and taking ownership of?
Yes, they do.
Move to admit.
Any objection?
Objection.
So admit it.
Showing you what's been marked as 127. Just briefly flip through that. That's the Kindle version because there is a redaction in there. While he's doing that, I'm going to put 167 and 67.
Yes,
appears to be the Kindle version of that particular book.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to go through the entire book with you, but I do have some questions. Does Mr. Davis in the first chapter describe his purpose in writing this book?
I don't recall exactly what he says at the beginning of the book.
Okay, the jury will have it back.
Yeah,
so.
thank you.
I guess, Judge, I'll move to admit, what is that, 127?
Is that the book? So Kindle excerpts of the book.
It's the Kindle book with the court's redaction. Yeah.
Okay. Any objection that hasn't previously been relegated? You may. That will be admitted.
Within this book, does the defendant well, let me ask you this. Do you know who Michael Duro is?
Yes, Michael Duro Jr., street name was Little Owl. He was Orlando Anderson's best friend. I understand going back to when they were toddlers.
And in the book, does Mr. Davis claim that he had some little homies in Las Vegas, and that's how he learned about the 662?
Yes, he said that there were people that were locals there that had heard the advertisements that the concert was happening that night with Tupac.
Judge, I'm going to ask you to take judicial notice of State of Nevada versus Michael Duro, 96C 13644 in the 8th Judicial District Court of Nevada, that Michael Duro was bound over to district court on June 13th of 1996 for trafficking in a controlled substance and transporting a controlled substance, pled guilty, and on August 20th of 1996 was remanded to boot camp and was in boot camp at the time of the homicide.
Give me the case number again.
96C 136488.
13649.
96C 136488.
488. Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. Durrogh, D-U-R-R-O-G-H.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check judgment of conviction. There is a judgment of conviction from a plea on 2/3/97 showing that. Judicial notice is taken.
Thank you. And specifically that he was remanded to the custody of NGOC on August 20th, 1996 and remained there through the time of the homicide.
August 20th, there was a hearing, status check on a 120-day evaluation. And then he was ordered committed. The order of commitment was 8/22/96. Okay, I'll take that judicial notice then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, did you give Michael Duro's moniker?
Yeah, it's called Little Owl. A little owl on the street. Owl like the bird.
Within the book, does Mr. Davis use a different moniker for Little Owl?
Yes, he calls him the Reaper.
We just heard Mr. Davis talk about Corey Edwards in that second interview.
Right.
Do you know who Corey Edwards is?
Yes, he was at the time a close associate of Keffe D's. I think he referred to him as a lieutenant in his organization.
And the moniker, he uses the real moniker in his book, correct?
His name was Sea Ray.
At the end of, well, before I get to the end of this book, early on, does the defendant describe his early criminal career that ultimately resulted in some convictions that sent him to prison?
Yes.
And Judge, I have marked as State Proposed Exhibit number 73 and 74 a felony conviction for possession of a controlled substance in Municipal Court of Compton, Judicial Court, County of Los Angeles, State of California, in case number A636901, as well as same charge, case A637226.
Any objection? Or you're asking to admit those?
Yes. No,
Any objection, Mr. Stamps?
No objection, Your Honor.
So admitted?
Mr. Davis also describes going to prison for 3 or 4 years in the late 80s.
Yes, he refers to it as gladiator school.
Now, at the back of the book, he calls out some people that he's upset with.
Yes.
One of those people is...
Objection, Your Honor, is the leading.
Okay, will you rephrase?
Do you know... Well... Who's Uchi's?
Uchi?
Yeah.
Uchi, I think we believe, is Win Prince, who was a very good friend of his, that he believed had snitched him at some point.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this as speculation.
What's your response, State?
Well, I'll lay a little more foundation.
Okay, so it's sustained at this time. You may attempt to lay more foundation.
What does Mr. Davis say about Uchis in the book?
He says that Uchi has been a good friend of his since they were
Before
children.
he answers the question, may I approach?
Yes. All right. You're to disregard the last answer to the incomplete question. State, you may proceed.
Thank you. Can you describe for me what the defendant describes about Uchi's in the book?
Sure, he says he's one of his oldest friends, describes him as his right-hand man, and says that he is dead, that he's been killed. All three of those things line up with wind prints.
I'm going to ask you the next question, which is, what do you know about Wendell Prince?
Not a whole lot, other than just he was really tight with Keffe. There's a great photo of them together. There's actually several photos of them together over the years. And I know, I think Wendell Prince was ultimately killed, I think in like a backyard over a drug deal or something like that. And I believe Keffe was listed as a pallbearer at his funeral.
What does he say about Tucker in the book?
He says that he is the brother of NBA player Tayshaun Prince. And there's only two brothers of Tayshaun Prince, and only one of them is involved in any of the street business, which would be Thomas Lamar Prince. And I'm not sure what else he says about Prince as far as, but I think he's listing people he has grievances with.
And finally, you don't know, there's a person named Menace.
Right.
You're unable to identify.
We've never been able to figure out who Menace is. There was a Southside Crip with that street name, but we don't think that that's who it is.
Now, you've been involved in this project, well, I guess it's 2012.
Correct.
In 2012, did you go and look at all the publicly available information there was that you could find?
Yes.
Did you, I'll start with Defense Exhibit A. Can you put it on me? I would do this actually like this, but Mr. Davis in 2008 said that the girls.
Objection, Your Honor, to leading.
I'll rephrase.
Okay.
What did Mr. Davis say in 2008 about the girls on the corner?
He said that after the shooting happened, that they drove forward and hit the right turn on the Koval, just like he was in the white Cadillac, and that they almost collided with each other. He referred to them as stupid bitches and said that they shot back at them and the girls stopped.
As of 2008, when that statement was made, was there any public information of a car chasing the Cadillac?
There was not no public information about the girls in a Sebring chasing the Cadillac, no. Nor about them almost colliding with each other.
I'm going to object, Your Honor, as the foundation. How does he know about public knowledge?
Sustained.
In the public information you were able to find, were you able to find any information?
That's right. I've never seen that before 2008 printed anywhere, that there was a near collision between the girls in the Sebring and the white Cadillac as they were fleeing.
Once again, I'm going to object as the foundation. Public knowledge as to how exactly is he talking about?
If you could lay more foundation about what he's reviewed to ultimately state this.
Sure.
What did you review?
The definitive book for a long time on this case was Kathy Scott's book, The Killing of Tupac Shakur. Probably dozens of news articles from back then that I went back through. I went to UCLA's archives and went through their newspaper archives looking for articles about this. I read the Labyrinth book by Randall Sullivan, which was primarily about Biggie's murder, but also covered Tupac's murder to some extent. It just isn't anywhere that I could find.
Now, Kathy Scott does say girls in a Chrysler sedan, correct?
Correct. She does not say Sebring. She just says a Chrysler. And she doesn't say anything about them going around the corner.
And once again, I'm going to object to that in terms of hearsay. How we're now getting into other people's work, and he's quoting it verbatim. I'm not quite clear how that's not hearsay.
Is it offered for its truth,
It's
Mr.
not offered for the
DiGiacomo,
truth.
or is it?
It's offered for the fact that it wasn't said, not that anything that was said.
Okay, so I'm going to overrule the objection. The jury's not to consider what Ms. Scott wrote in her book for truth in any way. It's only to be considered to show that that wasn't included. This specific detail was not included in her book. You may proceed.
And then finally, I'm going to put up for you Defendant's Exhibit B. And if I could figure out how to zoom, because I never use these. So here we go. I want you to read that to yourself.
Got it?
Prior to, I can't remember what day, sometime last week, when this report became public, are you aware of any public information that Mr. Anderson was trying to get into the Coyote Cafe?
I've never heard of that.
Thank you, sir. I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Dorsey, are you a detective with Metropolitan Police Department?
Nope.
And your testimony here today is really based upon your work for this, let me make sure I got the right book here. Murder Rap?
No, I had nothing to do with the writing of that book.
I don't care about the writing of the book, but you're here because of the Chronicles, the Death Row Chronicles thing that you did, right?
Let's make sure we're talking about the correct things. I did not write that book. I had nothing to do with it. I made the Murder Rap documentary that came a few years later that was based on that book. And then I was a consultant on Death Row Chronicles series that we've been playing Andrew from here.
Do you recall when the state asked you that you were first involved with this in 2012?
Yes.
In what way were you involved in this in 2012?
Yes, in late 2012, I came across an article about Greg Kading's Murder Rap book, and that's what first alerted me that the book even existed. And I reached out to Greg, asked if he wanted to make a documentary. He sent me a copy of the book and said, read it, and if I'm still interested, he's interested. And we went from there.
And your job really was, for the next couple of years, was to, what, do your own independent research?
Combination of doing my own independent research and also having Greg explain to me, a 3-4 year long investigation that he had conducted.
Your testimony to the jury was that you spent a couple of years doing that.
Correct.
And in terms of the books that you had mentioned that you used was Murder Rap, which is this book right here, right?
Yes.
Written by Greg Kading.
Correct.
And then you also used Kathy Scott's book, right?
That's correct, yes.
This book right here?
Yes.
You know what version of her book that you used?
I'm not sure what version I used.
And then you used another book. And what was that final book?
There was one called Labyrinth by Randall Sullivan.
Did you say that before?
I said it just a minute ago, yes.
Okay. What other books besides that one?
I'm not sure.
Any other books?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but there might have been some others.
How about Welcome to Death Row by Lee Savage?
No, I've seen the docuseries that you produced, though.
How about this book here by Frank Alexander, who was present on the night of the shooting?
I've read excerpts from that.
Excerpts?
Yes, sir.
Not the whole thing?
No.
Okay. How about this book here? I think you'd mentioned this before, Original Gangsters?
Yes, I've read that book.
That's the one you said before.
No, I don't think I've mentioned that one yet, but I have read that. I know the author.
And then how about this book here? Looks like it's an autobiography, Only God Can Judge Me by Jeff Cronin.
Yes, I've read that.
All right. Now, fair to say that when your job here and what you've done is talk to us a little bit about you or your work in a documentary, right? That's what you're doing here today.
Sure, and what I learned in the process of making a documentary, yes.
Right, and what you learned in the process of making a documentary. And I just want to make sure we're clear for the jury. Documentaries really is a business, right?
Sure. It's not a very good business, but yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you could do a lot better than sitting up here today talking about or testifying about a murder that took place 30 years ago, right?
I could do better, what, business-wise?
Yeah.
Sure. If I was running a show for Discovery like I do in the past, yes, that pays very well.
Sure. And with regard to what you do with the business, and I want to make sure the jury understands, there is a project, there is a sort of an idea that's out there that's formulated, and then at some point there is a discussion as to whether or not it's marketable or not, right?
Correct.
and then maybe you go out and you farm it out for people to invest in the project and maybe provide money and funding for the project.
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you just do it yourself.
Right. And the idea behind it at some point is because you want to be able to sell your product to the viewers, right?
That's part of the idea, but that's not the only reason I make it.
Sure. Now, in this case, though, when you are looking through your documentary, you're doing a documentary here on the Death Row Chronicles, right? Death Row Chronicles meaning death row, or what was it?
No, I'm focused mainly on the murders of both Tupac and Biggie.
All right. And you team up with Greg Kading.
I do.
And Greg Kading, I would imagine in your work over the 2 years that you did the research, you were looking through all the details of what you could find on the Tupac murder.
Yes, but he also turned over his case files from the LAPD to me. So
can you describe for us what those case files look like?
Absolutely. They were digitized case files. It was over 2,700 PDF reports going back to 97 or so. Probably over 100 hours of audio of interviews with witnesses and potential suspects, photos, crime scene photos, mainly of the Biggie case, that kind of thing.
Anything else?
Off the top of my head, that's mainly it. You got, there was some video of from the Biggie shooting. There was some home video that was entered into as evidence.
All right. And when you were doing your research, the 2 years of research you did on this particular project, you interviewed detectives?
I did. I interviewed Greg Kading. I interviewed Kelly Cooper, who was one of the original detectives out of Wilshire Homicide on the Biggie case. I interviewed, those are the two main detectives I interviewed for the case.
All right. I just want to hear something to do with Las Vegas Metro. Did you interview any detectives in Las Vegas Metro?
I did not.
You do understand that the homicide of Tupac Shakur was the responsibility of Las Vegas Metro?
100%.
And as of right now, you're telling us you interviewed a guy by the name of Greg Kading, who's from California, and some girl from California as well.
No, Kelly Cooper's a man, but yes.
Okay, fine. Kelly Cooper's a man.
Yes.
But both of those people are in California.
Yes.
All right. Now, in addition to that, can you tell us, for instance, who the detectives were that were the lead detectives from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department that handled this investigation?
Sure.
Please don't interrupt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're done? Okay. Sergeant Manning, there was I believe a Detective Becker, a Detective Long.
Anybody else?
That's all I'm aware of off the top of my head.
Okay. Are you aware of a Detective Mott?
Yes, current or most recent detective, yes.
Now, when you finally put this project together, I'm assuming at some point you called Metro and said, hey, we got the guy who's confessed now to the crime, right?
I do once Death Row Chronicles airs.
I'm sorry, what?
After Death Row Chronicles airs, I reach out to Metro Police, yes.
Yes, you reach out to Metro Police. Who was it that you spoke to at Las Vegas Metro?
Well, first I got on their website and just emailed their general info@homicide email address. And a while later, Detective Mogg responded to me, and we started going from there.
So you know who Detective Mogg is?
I do, yes.
Now, in fact, you were given an interview at some point in the future by the Sun from England. You recall meeting with a reporter?
Yes.
James Desborough?
Desborough, yes.
Okay. And in that interview, you had told Mr. Desborough that you had to send out 100 emails to Metro.
Eventually, once we're going back and forth, yes.
Okay, and those emails were all concerning the Tupac case.
Yes, correct.
Now,
and that was over the course of several years.
Fine.
Okay.
But once again, you had said, hey, we have information, please look at my documentary, right? Something along those lines.
No, that's not what I said. I said watch Death Row Chronicles.
Oh, I apologize.
So, you keep conflating my documentary with the series Death Row Chronicles. I did not make Death Row Chronicles. I was just a consultant on it.
Okay.
But that's the one where Keffe first went public with his interview, which made it noteworthy enough for me to be like, you should look at this. This is new information for your case.
And when you sat down to actually start working on the project Death Row Chronicles,
yes,
we are listening to audio of those two interviews that happened, right?
Correct.
Now, up until that point, fair to say, Mr. Davis had never spoken about this publicly.
To my knowledge, he had never spoken publicly about this case. No, that's what made it significant.
Right, and you had been aware, of course, that according to your understanding of the proffer of 2008, if he didn't say anything to, let's say, a media source, then the proffer would still be protecting him.
That's how I understood it, yes.
So, in essence, when you were sitting down with Mr. Davis, you were pushing him to violate the proffer.
I'm not pushing him. I'm not even in the room with him.
I know. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But in essence, you are on a little earbud or something along those lines in another room, and you're telling the interviewer to keep pressing on Mr. Davis.
I was not thinking at all about him violating his proffer. I honestly didn't think the proffer would ever be used. I didn't understand that's how that worked. I thought he's giving a public confession. That public confession can be used, absolutely.
Now, in addition to that, you are in another room, and you do not want to be seen by Mr. Davis.
That's correct.
In fact, Mr. Kading, Detective Kading, former Detective Kading, is also not present because he does not want to be seen by Mr. Davis.
That's correct.
And so, in essence, as you're sitting there listening to the conversation, you're telling the person information that's specific to the 2008 recording.
Yes, I'm going. I know when he knows more to a question that he hasn't answered yet, or if there's another way to phrase a question that might help.
Now, in
But I
addition,
can tell you sorry to cut you off, but most of the questions were written in advance. I only offered up maybe a half dozen total across 2 interviews of additional questions.
yeah. So let's make sure we understand because we're not in the room and there's no cameras. As we're listening to the recording, there's another voice that's on the recording, sometimes talking about getting a Diet Coke or something to do like, "Oh, this is great." Is that you?
No, there were a couple other. It depended on when people came and went from that office, and there was different people in there on different days. It was just employees of the production company or other contractors that were on that show.
And in addition to that, while you're sitting there, you're having these conversations about Mr. Davis, and you are, is it typing? Because I'm hearing like little knocks on something. Is that you texting?
That's me texting, yes.
And so you're texting the individual that's listening?
I'm texting Maria Diaz, yes, sir.
Now, as you're doing that, of course, Mr. Davis does not know that you're doing that.
Correct.
And you are working at that particular point for which company?
I was a contractor for Entertainment One / Creature Films, the production company.
So you are not an employee, you're an independent contractor?
Correct.
All right. Technically working for yourself?
Sure.
All right. And the contract that was between Mr. Davis and whoever on the show would have been who? You?
No, it would have been with the production company.
All right. So the production company meaning who?
Again, Entertainment One or Creature Films. I'm not sure who he dealt with.
Okay. So Mr. Davis has a contract with regards to the production, and during the time period that we are listening to your recording, fair to say though that you had basically taken your phone and placed it by the speaker.
Yes, that's correct.
And you're basically recording the entire conversation.
That's right.
Including the parts that technically was never ever either produced in a BET production or anything like that.
There were some extra bits in there, sure.
Sure. And once again, you didn't have the permission of either BET to do that, right?
Again, I didn't have to seek their permission to do it.
You're an independent contractor. You don't have a contract with Mr. Davis. So tell me how you believe you could record that without Mr. Davis's permission.
Absolutely. I'm a technical.
calls for a legal conclusion.
I'm asking for his contract, Your Honor.
Overruled. I think he can answer the question as
Sure.
asked.
A couple of things. First of all, contract does not outline every single duty that that a crew member is going to do on a shoot. It's not like you have to constantly keep getting permission to do stuff in order to do your job. My job there was primarily centered on his interview. So once I realized that when he showed up that first day and was kind of giving them the runaround, and he was dressed in shorts and a T-shirt and was acting like he didn't know why he was supposed to be there and that the interview wasn't supposed to be that day, I sat in that office for quite a while before they got started. And then when we've learned that basically, look, we're going to have to interview this guy twice. We're going to try to get him in now and get something, but he's going to have to come back later. I thought, okay, well, then I'm going to record it so that in between these interviews, I don't know how long it's going to be before we get him back again, I have a record of what he said so that when we come back for round 2, I know proper questions that should be in there, what has already been answered thoroughly, and what we need to ask him again. That is why I made that recording. Never in a million years did I think that that recording was going to be playing in court.
And of course, you turned over that recording to BET because, once again, it's part of their work, right?
No, of course not.
You kept that recording.
Yes.
And you do understand, though, that in the state of California, if you are recording someone without their permission, that is a crime.
Objection calls for a legal conclusion again.
I'm asking for his understanding of the laws, Governor.
That calls for a legal
Sustained.
conclusion.
Sure, I'll
It's sustained. Hang on, you can, if you want to rephrase without asking him about a specific California law.
Ah, that's all right. He's reading into it. Let me ask you this question, though, sir. When you are recording this conversation,
yes.
Did you, at that particular point, turn it over to Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department?
I did not.
You kept that recording,
yes,
and then you created your project with that, right?
No. I've never used that recording for anything. What project are you talking about?
Let me ask you this, though, sir. In terms of who's responsible here to solve the Tupac murder, that's not your responsibility, right?
It can be anybody's responsibility.
Okay. You're saying that it's not Metro's?
It could be theirs as well. Of course it is. Any citizen can investigate a crime if they want to.
Right. And we're going to get into that a little bit. But in terms of how you go about doing your job, fair to say that a detective would be the one that would handle that investigation.
Sure.
Right?
At some point, sure.
Right. And it's not like, say, the FBI. It's not LAPD, right? Compton PD. In this case, the Tupac murder was the responsibility of Metro.
To some extent, except that I know LAPD made the argument that if the crime was planned in the city of Los Angeles, that they could also take ownership of the case. And you can ask Greg Kading about that if he comes up here.
I don't even know what you just said. Let me just ask you this question. Let me just ask you this question, sir. So you send over notice to Metro, and you say, hey, we solved this thing. You send over 100 emails to Metro, and they didn't do anything about it, did they?
No, because they were...
No, that's a yes or no answer. They didn't do anything about it.
What didn't do anything about it, Define didn't do anything. They were working the case as far as I was concerned. They were responding to me. I was sending them because he kept talking. He started doing YouTube interviews. So every time he would do an interview, I'd send it to him. Be like, hey, here's a new interview. Hey, this clip, he says this for the first time publicly. He says this. And there was back and forth going on with me and Detective Mogg. So I got the sense that he was absolutely working that case. And it's Detective Work 101. If your suspect is talking, you let him talk. And he was talking, so every interview he did was additional evidence to use against him.
Okay. So what was he talking in?
What was he talking in?
Sure. What was the information that he was talking in? Are you talking about your documentary at this particular point?
No. I'm talking about he's going on YouTube. He's going on Vlad TV. He went on, I think he ended up doing a total of 9 interviews on YouTube over a 4-year period.
Did you verify any of the information that he gave you?
What do you mean?
Well, the information that you learned in this case, right?
Who gave me?
Well, the information that you learned from either the listing of the 2008 proper or in the interview with Mr. Davis. Did you go out and conduct your own investigation to verify the information?
Sure. I went through, well, again, I had unfettered access to the case files, and there's lots of corroborating evidence in those case files.
Now, when you say the case files, and I want to make sure I'm clear here.
Sure.
You're talking about Greg Kading.
Yes.
And you're talking about Greg Kading, who's former LAPD.
Well, I'm not just talking about Greg Kading. I'm talking about every detective that came before him.
Question,
I am. You're trying to phrase it in a certain way. Not just Greg Kading. It's not just his files. In fact, the majority of them are from detectives that came before him, including Las Vegas police files.
All right. What detectives are you talking about before Greg Kading?
Sure. A lot of the biggie detectives had gathered evidence. Don't shake your head. A lot of biggie detectives gathered evidence. Jeez, man. A lot of biggie detectives that gathered evidence that pertained to the Tupac case because the two cases it became known or believed were connected. So they had informants coming forward to them on the biggie case that were saying, hey, these two things are connected.
Okay. So once again, evidence or information that would have gone to the detective, right?
Eventually to Greg Kading and his team of detectives, yes.
Once again, you got to understand, Greg Kading was not responsible for the investigation of the Tupac murder.
Correct.
He was part of the task force specifically for the Biggie Smalls murder.
That's correct.
And you are aware at some point he's removed from that task force, right?
Yes.
And one of the things he does is he steals the Tupac file.
I object to the word steals.
I'm sorry, he borrowed.
I don't mean like a legal sense I object to it. This is a person I object to. I'm not raising an objection. I take issue with the word steal. Any detective can take case files with them when they leave the department. It happens all the time. It's extremely common. In fact, I just did a series on Ted Bundy last year based on the same exact thing. One of the lead detectives on the Bundy case in the 70s took a box of files with him, and we were able to obtain those files, and we made a show about Ted Bundy based on his files.
Are you a detective, sir?
No.
So you can't sit here and tell us what a detective can and cannot do. Fair? You're not a detective.
Like legally, I can't say that. I can say based on my experience as a true crime producer for the past 20 years, it's very common in my line of work to come across files that detectives have taken home with them.
That's fair.
So I want to make sure I'm clear. You're telling us that Detective Kading took a file that he wasn't even part of the investigation on? You're saying that that's what happened here?
Well, that Judge, I assume the fact, not in evidence.
No. I think he mentioned that, Judge.
What do you mean? He took a file that was not a case he didn't work?
Yes.
As soon as Keffe confessed to the Tupac's murder, they took ownership of that case. And again, you're going to have to ask him that question because I was not there for that.
So, once again, that's something you're saying that Greg Kading should come here and testify to?
If he wants to, sure.
And once again, based upon your research of this file for the 2 years prior to the documentary or the project that you were working on?
Yes.
For that.
Murder rap, yes.
You learned, of course, that Greg Kading was basically had issues with credibility.
Objection, Judge. We approach.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a recess at this time. During this recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. We'll have you guys back here at 3:30. Please rise for the jury. All right, for the record, the jury has exited the room. So going back to our initial first issue regarding, can we actually have you step off the stand for a little bit, sir? Thank you, Mr. Dorsey. Regarding what can be questioned regarding Greg Kading. That was the initial objection. So the initial objection had to do with Detective Kading. Your objection is that you can't impeach someone through the testimony of someone else. Your position is that the credibility of the report that they're relying on is important. I do think to some degree he can explore the credibility of the information that he is relying on as long as it's accurate. And so I think there is a concern regarding what the actual federal judge did find regarding Detective Kading being maybe elusive or however you want to phrase it.
Well, can I ask that question on direct? I asked no question as to his opinion of Greg Kading, either as to his credibility, as to his quality of his detective work. Anything that would allow the defense to then go into specific acts and ask questions about someone's character. So what's the predicate foundation that has been laid that says I can now attack the character of somebody whose character is being somewhat assassinated here, right? He released a recording of the defendant. That is the only evidence as to what Greg Kading has done in this case. And it's a recording. So what are we worried about when it relates to whether or not his credibility as a witness? He hasn't testified. No other fact has come in from this case as it relates to Greg Kading other than he published a book and he made a documentary, and that's how the 2008 recording came out to the public after he was a private citizen. There has been zero testimony about any investigation done by him, any opinion testimony about his character, his quality as a detective. None of that information has come into the courtroom. So why is it that the defense gets to just ignore the rules of evidence and start asking about specific acts of misconduct for somebody whose character hasn't even been raised?
Mr. Sims?
I think the witness opened the door the moment the state asked him specifically about his research. And going into this idea that he did all this research, he's testified that Greg Kading was like his BFF. I mean, the guys working together on a project with regards to his book. And during this time period, the state starts asking questions that I think traipsed right into the expert opinion area, to which they're saying, oh, it's not expert opinion, this is just lay witness opinion.
And I sustain that objection, saying he can't give opinions about ultimately that it's something that they can lay the foundation for, that this is included in the book, and that this is his information about this person, and then they can ultimately argue that. That was my ruling.
Correct.
I don't know if that's how that went down, but
I think it was good. I'm just saying that what we're doing right now, though, is we're saying, okay, he's testifying as to that 2-year period, that time period in which he now gives opinions on his research. Well, one of the things that he researched, according to his testimony, that he had was the case file. I should be able to get into the veracity of that case file, where it came from, whether it even completes, who gave it to him, because I think that's details that we would get out of a detective if Detective Mogg were to testify.
So you're asking for completeness of the file. I think that is something that would be appropriate. What else are you asking for?
I'm asking specifically for the veracity. Meaning, look, if a detective got up on the stand and said, "I received the file," right? What typically would happen is, if it's coming from another jurisdiction like LAPD, you get a COR that says, "Hey, this is the entire file." Or, like Mr. DiGiacomo said it a few hearings ago, Detective Mogg went down and turned every page of his discovery to match the discovery that was in the file in LAPD. We don't have that here. But this individual is testifying and saying, part of my opinion or experience in this case is the research conducted with the file that Greg Kading gave me. And I want to get into that.
So the completeness of the file is ultimately relying on Detective Kading's representation that this is the full file. That's your concern.
Correct, and how the file is obtained. I think that's critical in this case, because if the file is obtained through the normal procedure, then we don't have a problem. It's a COR.
That goes back to completeness, though, Mr. Samp. I think you're somewhat circling the same issue, because you're saying if it's obtained through the normal course, you get, if we did it discovery-wise here, you'd get some sort of paperwork that this is the entire report, this is everything. And so at the same time, we're going back to your same issue of completeness. And I think completeness is appropriate to inquire into. How do you know this is the complete file? Sure. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't have objected if he said, "How do you know it's the complete file?" And he can answer, "I don't know," or whatever. But that wasn't the question that was being asked of him. The question being asked of him was accusing a detective, a former detective, character, or impugning his character for someone who's not testifying.
Understood. So obviously we can't impeach him, but I think to get to the issue of completeness of the file, you can talk about how this wasn't through the regular channels. Through the regular channels, there may be some safeguards on the completeness of the file and making sure every document is turned over. You don't have those safeguards here because we're relying on what Detective Kading gave to you. Detective Kading's promoting a book. Your entire theory. You can get into that. So then moving on to the other issue that sort of came up while we were at the bench. I have reviewed these emails. They were largely about scheduling and if the things that Detective Mogg was aware of during certain interviews. I didn't in any way see them to be exculpatory because they were not mentioning anybody else potentially being involved. Additionally, they had nothing to do with the initial ask, which was emails between Kading and Mogg. However, I can get those to you if you think that they are relevant to your defense theory.
I think it does, because once again, it highlights the need for Detective Mogg to testify in this case.
Well, at the end of the day, whoever testifies, the need is on the state, right? They get to decide who they call in their case. They get to decide how they prove their case, because at the end of the day, the only question that matters is can they prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. If they don't think they can, that inures to your benefit, because they can't prove their case, right? No, so at the end of the day, the way that they choose to prosecute this case may not be the way you choose to prosecute it. May not be, not that you're doing that, but or the way that I would choose, or another prosecutor in the office would choose. But at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. It may not include Detective Mogg. It may not include Detective Kading. It may not include a lot of people.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I can get you those emails. State anything further?
Well, just that I'd like him to be ordered not to go into character evidence without a proper foundation. He can't open his own door with the witness by suggesting, hey, this is what his character is, and then let me tell you why I think that.
I agree with that.
I would have to open the door to Greg Kading's character in order for them to impeach it, and I haven't.
Okay, I agree with that. Ultimately, I think we've covered this specific issue because he's going to focus more so on the completeness of the file and the way that it was obtained. But if there's another contemporaneous objection regarding that, we'll address that. But I agree with that. Okay. Emails. How do you want me to get them to you? You don't really answer your email very well, so.
I don't read well, Your Honor. If I could just have maybe, do we print it out?
No.
All right.
I can have a link sent from what we had sent to you to Mr. Singh.
Okay, sounds good.
Or to me, really.
Yeah.
So I've reviewed them. My initial in-camera review was that they weren't relevant, but at this time, because you're requesting and have sort of opened another avenue into them that I didn't realize was necessarily relevant through my initial review of the case. We'll have them disclosed through that exact same link.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Use the restroom before we bring them back.
Of course. I need to do the same. All right, we'll be in recess. Back on record in State versus Davis, C-377-407. Mr. Samt has some more material for tomorrow, but may still go into his cross-examination in the morning. We've checked. This witness is available to come back tomorrow if necessary, so we'll just go from there. So anything else we need to address outside the presence before we bring the jury and Mr. Dorsey back in?
There you are.
See? Okay, let's bring him in. Welcome back, Mr. Dorsey. Do the parties stipulate to the presence of the jury?
Yes, sir.
You may all be seated. Mr. Dorsey, you're still under oath. Mr. Samt, you're still on cross-examination. You may proceed.
Referring you back to your previous testimony with regard to Keffe Scott, just for the jury's edification, Keffe Scott is not a detective.
Correct.
She is a reporter.
She's a journalist, yes.
She's a journalist, all right. And she wrote a book with regards to her information she had gathered as that journalist, right?
Correct.
Not her own investigation, but what she had heard on the street.
And from detectives that she talked to, yes.
Right. And so when she first published her book, fair to say what I'm holding up for you, and I want to make sure I'm accurate for the jury, this is the third edition, right?
Okay.
Are you aware that Keffe Scott's first edition that was published was actually in 1997? A year after.
Something like that. It was very fast after the crime. I remember that.
And then there was an update and another update, and what I have right here is the third edition.
Okay.
But with regard to that first edition, it came out a year after the shooting of Tupac.
Sounds about right.
All right. Now, your testimony has been around your research, and you had testified that you had listened to the recording of 2008.
Yes.
That recording was given to you by Greg Cady.
Correct.
Did you ever compare the 2008 recording to the 2009 recording in this case?
I did not have the 2009 recording.
Right, because Mr. Cady did not give you a 2009 recording.
That's correct.
And that was not information that was public, right?
Correct.
Now, with regards to your 2008 recording, did you compare that against the 1998 recording in this case?
Was that like a federal no, I did not.
And once again, Greg Cady did not give that to you because
Correct.
he did not have that.
I don't know if he had it or not, but he didn't give it to me.
Okay. So the proffer that you have, or at least the 2008, is a interview in which Mr. Cady is in the room.
Correct.
Along with Mr. Dupree, or Detective Dupree from the LAPD.
Yes.
As well as an FBI agent.
I believe so, yes.
As well as a United States Attorney.
I believe so.
And as well as maybe somebody from the DEA.
I don't know.
Okay.
And his attorney.
And his attorney, yes. Fine. In terms of those other individuals there, do you have any reports that you can share with the jury about what any of those other agencies did after the 2008 process?
Not that I can recall now.
All right. And once again, that wasn't in the information that Mr. Cady had given to you.
Again, it might have been, but I don't recall.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this next question. You had gone through and said that you had done some research on this case. Are you aware that there was a lawsuit by the Tupac estate against Death Row Records?
I'm not sure.
a civil lawsuit for breach of contract for royalties?
I mean, there's lots of lawsuits like that. I don't know. I can't recall.
All right, so you don't have that information for us?
Again, I don't know. I might.
That's fair. Are you aware of a lawsuit by Orlando Anderson against the Tupac estate for injuries caused in Las Vegas?
I am.
All right. Are you aware that there was a settlement in that case?
No. There was a counter lawsuit for wrongful death filed by the estate of Tupac against him, and I thought that all went away when he was killed.
No, well, that's what you think, right? Did you?
That's what I believe, yeah.
But you don't have research for that?
I don't think so, no.
You didn't go to the courthouse in LA County and look up the case or do anything like that?
No.
Now, fair to say, though, of course, that with the civil lawsuit, there would have been what's called discovery propounded during the course of that case, right? Meaning information.
Again, I wouldn't know.
All right. You never looked into depositions taken of Mr. Orlando Anderson or anybody else for that matter. Now, in addition to that, were you aware, based upon your research, that Tupac was actually leaving death row prior to his death?
That is.
Assumes the fact, not evidence.
What's your response?
Based upon his research, Your Honor. He testified about his research for this case.
I think what Mr. DeJock was saying is that's not true.
No, I'm
You're
saying
assuming a
the
fact.
predicate of his question is assumes the fact that has yet to be established. He's asking the witness.
So in other words, it's not true, the thing he's asking?
I don't know if it's true or not, but he is assuming a fact, not evidence.
Can you lay more foundation?
Sure. In your research of your project in this case, did you ever look into the relationship between Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight?
Yes.
And during the time that you looked through that relationship, did you learn that Tupac was not happy with Suge Knight?
I did not. There's conflicting accounts about what was going on at that time, whether or not Tupac was going to leave death row because he was unhappy, or whether the idea was that he was going to set up his own label that would then be distributed through death row, and that is what Suge Knight wanted his big superstar artists to do, was to branch out, start their own companies, but with death row continuing to be the central company that it all flows through.
And that information you're providing to us, is that in some document somewhere?
I don't remember where I got that from.
And regarding Tupac's position here, he had finalized his 3 album in terms of his obligations to death row.
As I understand it, yes.
And he had also at some point started to create his own label, Machiavelli.
Correct, I just said that.
And, thank you. And with regards to that label, he actually had a book of music that he was going to take with him into that label, right?
I'm not aware of that.
And with regards to the information here, it looks like not only did Tupac fire death row, but safe to say that he also fired.
Assumes a fact, not an evidence.
You guys approach. All right, Mr. Samp, you may proceed.
Okay. Last question I asked you was, are you aware that Tupac had fired David Kenner?
Objection.
Are you aware if?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up here. Are you aware if Tupac had fired David Kenner?
I've heard that claimed. I don't know that for a fact.
And just for the jury's edification, David Kenner was death row's lawyer.
Correct.
Are you aware if Tupac had requested an audit of Death Row's books to see what money they may have taken from him.
Again, I've heard rumors of that. I've never seen any evidence of it. A lot of the questions you're asking me right now, I know are based off conspiracy theories out there about alternate theories of this. And I just would wonder if you have any evidence of that you would base your question on.
Mr.
Or if
Garcia,
you're just using questioning
you
of
can't
me.
ask him questions. He asks you questions.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just wondering.
Let's just do it by the book.
Sure, understood.
Thank you. Mr. Sampson, ask a question. He's going to give an answer, I think.
Well, let me ask you this as well, sir. Are you aware if Reggie Wright was the security company or had a security company in charge of protecting Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur? Can I just finish my question, please, sir? I know you're getting a little eager here. But at the night of the fight at the MGM, that Reggie Wright Jr. had a company that was supposed to protect Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur.
Yes.
Are you aware if on that particular night, Reggie Wright had 20 to 25 either retired or off-duty police officers in a club called 666 on the night of the shooting of Tupac Shakur?
It's Club 662, and I'm not aware of the number.
You don't know?
No.
Are you aware if on the night of the shooting there was only one individual that was with Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur by the name of Frank Alexander?
Well, one that was official security named Frank Alexander, yes.
Okay, one person.
Correct.
Now, in addition to that, are you aware, sir, that in the time period in which Frank Alexander...
But I object.
Then I was not supposed to use it. Let me ask you this.
Rephrase, thank you.
Yes. Do you have any information at all as to whether or not Frank Alexander had a walkie-talkie or an XL radio?
I don't know.
In addition to that, let me just go through here. You had mentioned that you read this book. I'm showing you again.
Yes.
This is my, kind of just, you're very eager. But this is my copy of the Compton Street Legend, okay? You read this book?
Yes.
All right. Let me just go through the book here real quick. Do you know who rapper Foxy Brown is?
Yes.
Foxy Brown is not dead.
No, she's not.
And in the book, Mr. Davis refers to Foxy Brown in the book.
Yes.
In fact, he refers to her as somebody that was in the car with Zip before Zip had asked her to get out of the car so he could have a conversation with Mr. Davis.
Correct.
And that conversation took place in the valet area of the MGM Grand.
Or was it valet or the parking area?
Well, do you want to look at the book to make sure that we're clear?
Well, I'm not sure between the book or the 2008 proffer, but it was parking lot or the valet area. I don't remember specifically where he said it was. Just outside the MGM.
All right. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may. Are you refreshing recollection? Or
I
are
am
you
refreshing
impeaching?
his recollection, Your Honor. I don't want him to read it, but he just read
He
it.
didn't say he didn't remember. Oh, he did say he didn't recall which of the two accounts. Okay.
Yeah, he says, while we were waiting at the...
Hold on, no, there's no question pending yet, sir. You're so eager. You're so eager.
You can keep calling me that, but just trying to answer your questions.
I'm going to keep your own. So with regards to the question is, this conversation or at least event occurred at the MGM at the valet area.
That actually is ambiguous in that book. It says while they were waiting for their cars at the valet, Zip called them over to his car. Does not state where his car is parked.
Right, so Zip could be anywhere on the property.
Correct.
Wait until I'm done with my question. Including, it's a multi-level parking structure, right? You're saying that that's big.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in a parking structure. I'm just saying it could have been anywhere in the parking area of the MGM Grand.
Did you verify that Foxy Brown was actually in Las Vegas on the night of fight of September 7th, 1996?
I did not.
There's an account in here about Orlando Anderson. Do you recall reading in the book about Orlando Anderson and when he arrived in Las Vegas?
I don't recall what the book said specifically.
All right, so if you would to turn with me, I think, to that book right there, so page 96, we're looking at page 96 of the book that you read, refresh your recollection.
The page numbers might be different here because this is the Kindle version, but let me see.
Can you just wait until I'm done with my questions, sir?
Can you stop saying that to me, man? Like, jeez, dude. Just having a normal conversation with you. You don't have to keep cutting me off and making me sound like I'm eager.
The page numbers are going to be significantly different between the Kindle and the book, so he's going to have to just approach them with the book to show him it's fine, because the Kindle completely repeats.
Nobody else has a copy of this book? Keffe, you didn't bring one? No? Just kidding. Sorry. Sorry, I think we have another copy.
I'll bring another copy. May I approach, Duane?
Yes. Whose phone?
Okay, page 96?
Yes. Are you aware, or to refresh recollection, are you aware that in the book, when Baby Lane, meaning Orlando Anderson, arrives in Las Vegas, he purchases a tuxedo?
Let me see, hold on. Yes, I see that here.
And the reason why he purchased a tuxedo is because he said he saw former Major League Baseball player Barry Bonds with a badass brown Versace tuxedo, so Baby Lane decided he wanted to buy the same tuxedo, right?
Yes.
Are you aware of the whereabouts of Barry Bonds on the night of, or the day of, September 7th, 1996?
I'm not.
You didn't look into that?
No.
Now, in addition to that, on that same page, sir, are you aware that in the book, Mr. Davis says he rents 3 rooms on the same floor at the Caesar's Palace?
Yes.
Did you ever verify whether or not he had actually rented any rooms at all at the Caesar's Palace on September 7th, 1996?
There would be no way to verify that.
That's a yes or no answer.
No.
Okay. Now, in addition to that, he mentions his purchase. We'll keep it on the same page. You're fine.
I got it.
Page 96. Mr. Davis says that he goes to the Versace store, and while he's there, he purchases himself a $3,000 blue suit with white pinstripes and some additional Crocs, I guess, or shoes from the Gucci store and a white shirt. Call that?
Yes.
Did you at any point ever determine whether or not Mr. Davis actually owned a $3,000 blue suit with white pinstripes?
No.
Now, page 97. Mr. Davis says he sat on the second row of the fight. Not far from some of the celebrities. Do you have any proof at all in your research or your investigation as a citizen in this case indicating that Mr. Davis sat on any row in the fight?
No.
Turn with me, if you could, page 92. There are 2 pictures that are there. You see those pictures?
Yes, sir.
The picture to the left there, underneath the caption reads, "Me and my sister at the fight." Do you know who it is that's standing next to what proposes to be Mr. Davis?
I don't.
Do you know when that picture was taken?
I don't.
And do you know where that picture was taken?
I don't.
All right. Now over to the right, you have another picture underneath that says, "Me and my nephew, Baby Lane." You see that picture? Do you know when that picture was taken?
No.
All right. And with regard to that picture, fair to say the 2 individuals that are standing there look like they're wearing some type of overcoat. Is that right?
Yes.
And hats.
Yes.
And informal wear with suits and ties.
Yes.
In your review of what Mr. Kading had sent to you, did you ever review any of the surveillance video from MGM?
Yes.
Did you at any point see any individuals that were dressed exactly like these 2 individuals in your review of the MGM surveillance?
Not that I can recall.
All right. And fair to say that, once again, based upon your research, that September in Las Vegas would be a relatively hot month.
Correct.
Now, in addition to that, you had...
But can I say that this is not, he does not claim that this is a picture of him at the fight on September 7th, does he?
So you're the one that's, you've got the review there.
It says me and my nephew, Baby Lane.
Correct. And just to make sure we're clear, the jury can look at that photograph later. So
Okay, sure.
They're fine.
Okay.
And once again, you just didn't do any research on that at all, did you?
I did. This is not how Baby Lane is dressed in the video at the MGM Grand, so that's clearly not from that night.
All right. Now, in addition to that, you had also reviewed this idea that they were waiting at Club 662, and at some point they decided that they're going to leave and go back to where they were supposed to come from, right? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Or no? Is that back to the Caesar's Palace?
They were going back to the Strip.
They were going back to the Strip.
Yes.
And they were going back to have fun.
Correct.
Now, they stopped, right, to get liquor, and it seems like Mr. Davis is very specific about his liquor. He wants to buy some Dom Perignon, some Dom Perignon Rosé, and Cristal. Do you know those particular alcoholic beverages?
I'm familiar, yes.
All right. Now, let me ask you this. Where does he go to buy the liquor?
Are you talking about, do you want me to quote what's in the book?
So it's on page 103. Review of the page 103 helps refresh your recollection as to where he bought the liquor.
As to where he bought it is what he said in the book, yes. Liquor barn.
Okay. Can you tell us where in Las Vegas in 1996 there was a liquor barn?
Actually, I did do the research on this, and there was a liquor barn at Flamingo and... trying to remember it's the exact place, but it was off of Flamingo, and I can't remember the exact street, but I actually did do the research on that.
Are you from Las Vegas?
I'm not.
Have you ever lived in Las Vegas at any given moment?
No, sir.
And when you said you did the research, what research did you do to verify? Wait, let me finish, sir. It's all right. You're eager. I get it. What did you?
Can you please stop badgering me, man? Like,
Okay.
it's ridiculous.
It's up to him to object. I understand that you are the one. You feel upset that it's up to Mr. DiGiacomo.
To the commentary, first of all. Second of all, it sounded like to me he had finished his question, and then as soon as Mr. Dorsey goes to answer, he then cuts him off and says, well, let me finish. Mr. Sam should ask a question, allow him to answer, and we can knock off with the...
We're going to strike the commentary. You may proceed with asking questions.
Thank you. I'm trying to be very respectful to you, sir, and I would really appreciate if you would be
there's no question pending for you. Hey, I got it.
Okay.
No question pending. You ask questions, you answer. Thank you, guys.
What research did you do to verify that there was a liquor bar in Las Vegas?
I can't remember now, but I think...
Once again, I'm not done with my question, sir.
I'm sorry, you just asked it. You're repeating the question. I apologize. Go ahead.
All right. What information did you pull or research did you conduct to indicate that in 1996 in September there was a liquor barn in Las Vegas?
As I recall, I think I looked up old news articles and looked for advertisements, and I maybe even found one that was like currently at that location to show that it was still there, that it had been there up until very recently. And it lined up with where he said it was.
Did you ever conduct a investigation of the Secretary of State website to indicate whether or not there was ever a liquor barn in Nevada?
No.
Did you ever look up licensing in Clark County with regards to whether or not there was ever a liquor barn in Nevada in 1996?
No.
Just the newspaper articles?
Yes.
Now, in addition to that, there was some discussion here in the book, once again on page 103, about certain individuals that were in the van that Mr. Davis says that he was in at some point and then transfers over to the vehicle. You remember that?
Wait, say again?
There's information about individuals that were in a van that followed what is the vehicle that Mr. Davis was in. Do you recall who was in that vehicle, in the van?
I'm reading from the book here. Yeah, he wrote C. Ray, who's Corey Edwards, who he lists as one of his top salesmen. His cousin, Trey, and BMF's Big Meech out of Detroit.
Are you aware that BMF's Big Meech out of Detroit is still residing in Detroit?
I'm not familiar with where he's located.
Did you at any point do any type of research or private investigation on your own to interview Mr. Meech, Big Meech out of Detroit to see if this was true?
No.
Now, fair to say that in this book, Mr. Davis talks a little bit about his exploits in Compton, right?
Yes.
And he talks about his work that he was doing as a drug dealer.
Yes.
Now, during the time period of your research, are you aware that shortly after the shooting of Tupac Shakur in September of 1996, that there were search warrants executed throughout Compton of different houses in Compton?
Yes.
And those houses included Mr. Davis's house, right?
Yes.
And it's his family house as well as another house that he resided in as well, right?
I believe there were two houses next door to each other, yes.
There was a third house on California Street. Are you aware of that house?
I'm not aware of the entire list of addresses that they raided.
Okay. But once again, we're just relying on your research here. Now, in terms of your research, fair to say that in the searches of those houses, you don't ever find a .40 caliber gun, right?
I actually don't know that for a fact.
Okay. And in terms of the searches of those houses, we don't find any information that would say that Mr. Davis was actually in Las Vegas on the night of September 7th, 1996.
I'm not aware.
That would be something for another detective, right?
Sure.
Do you know who the detective would be that would testify to that?
I don't, one of the Compton police detectives, but I'm not sure.
Now, are you aware that Mr. Davis said at some point that he was moving about 300 kilos a month of cocaine out of Compton?
Yes.
In your research at all about the search warrants that were executed in Compton, was there any indication at all of money found in Mr. Davis's home or any of the houses that he was associated with?
I can't recall that.
You can't recall it because you don't know?
I don't know.
Now, in addition to that, I want to make sure I'm clear here. There's a picture here that's on page 30. It looks like a Pop Warner picture, maybe something like that. Football picture?
Yes.
Okay. Is this true?
Is this true that it's a Pop Warner football picture?
Well, is it a picture of Suge Knight and Mr. Davis?
I believe so. I used to be able to find Suge on here, but I'm not sure if I could now.
Okay, well, what about my client?
Again, I don't know.
Now, in addition to that, are you aware at all about the photograph that's taken on page 12 of the book?
Only in that it's in the book.
Okay. Now, page 11, once again, he tells the reader of the book that he's running a multi-million-dollar nationwide drug empire. That's at the bottom of 11. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you have any proof of that?
Actually, yes. I've interviewed 3 former Compton gang unit detectives, and across the board, they told me that Keffe D was a high-level drug trafficker, and that basically by the 90s, they rarely saw him on the streets anymore because he was effectively too big for them. They were only running into his soldiers at that point.
Okay. So you're telling us something that somebody else said. Who are the detectives?
I interviewed Bobby Ladd and Reggie Wright Sr. and Ray Richardson.
Are you aware that Reggie Wright Sr. was a member of the Compton Police Department?
Yes, sir.
And are you aware that in 2000 the Compton Police Department was dissolved because it was corrupt?
Objection. That assumes the fact not evident.
Can you rephrase? Are you aware that they were dissolved?
Well, yes, Your Honor. Let me ask you this way then. With regards to the Compton Police Department, are they currently Compton Police Department as of today?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, there's conflicting accounts of why it was shut down. And I believe it may have been 2002. I don't know if it was 2000. But the city said that it was corrupt and they were shutting it down for corrupt reasons. Of course, if you talk to the police that were there, it was their contention that City Hall was corrupt and they didn't want the police department investigating them. And then once they shut down, the Las Vegas Sheriff's Department took over policing for the city of Compton. They took over the contract, and I know that many of those Compton police officers were just immediately hired by the LA Sheriff's Department and continued to work in Compton.
Now, in terms of your evidence here today, or the things that you have, fair to say that what you're telling us is basically based upon what other people have told you?
Sure.
Do you have any physical evidence that we can look at to help us determine whether or not Mr. Davis was actually in Las Vegas on the night of the fight?
Physical evidence? No, I don't.
And with regards to the raids in this case, and I want to make sure I did not miss this point, were there any indication at all of very expensive $6,000 suits in any of his homes?
So I can't recall because the search warrant and the return of the search warrant is literally dozens and dozens of pages long, just lists after lists after lists of guns, ammunition, jewelry that were seized from these. I mean, it was something like 30-some addresses, I think. Like 2/3 of them, I think, were actually Piru blood addresses. The other third were Crips. I can't recall from memory. I don't have a photographic memory of every single item that was recovered, so I can't answer that question.
All right, but fair enough. Your research is targeting towards Mr. Davis, but in terms of your recollection, you don't recall what was actually in his homes.
Off the top of my head, I don't recall that, no.
And that information would be better served by a member of Compton Police Department?
Sure, they could probably do that. But again, it was 30 years ago. They would probably need to be given a heads up so they can look it up before they come here to testify.
And just one final point, and then I'll just let you go. Your testimony here is that let me pick up here and make sure I'm clear. In your review of the Death Row Chronicles book, is there anything at all in your reading of the book, and once again, you tell me, you read every page of that book, right?
Death Row Chronicles book?
Yeah. The one by Greg Cady?
Murder Rap. Murder Rap book.
I'm sorry, Murder Rap. Yeah, there you go. Did you read this book?
Yes, sir.
Cover to cover?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything at all in the book that says that, you know what, I don't know for sure if anything in this book is true or not, take it for, like a buyer beware or reader beware in this book?
I don't recall. It's been many years since I read it.
Now, what about the Captain Scott book and any of its editions? Did you ever recall anything in here that says buyer beware, reader beware of what's in this book?
Same answer. It's been years since I read it. I don't know.
Okay. How about the Compton Street Legend book? Do you have anything at all in here that would indicate to the reader that, hey, we can't verify the information that's in this book?
I don't recall.
Okay. If you turn with me inside this book to the table of contents, see that? And on the left-hand side, there is a portion that's in there, correct?
Yes.
And in that portion, does it say that even though the authors and publishers have made every effort to ensure the accuracy and completeness of the information contained in this book, we assume no responsibilities for errors, inaccuracies, omissions, or any inconsistency herein?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't read that in any of those other books, right?
Again, I don't recall. It's just typical legalese disclaimer.
Do you know how much Mr. Davis was paid for his interviews with the project that you were on?
Death Row Chronicles?
Yes.
No, sir.
And fair to say that would have been a contract between himself and the company that you were working for as an independent contractor?
It could have been a contract between him and BET. Typically, talent contracts are with the channel, not necessarily the production company. So I don't know.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Okay. Redirect Mr. Giacomo.
Just briefly, Mr. Sanft started out talking about you providing your recordings to us. Did somebody have to authorize that for you to release those to us?
Yes.
And who had to authorize it?
So a attorney at Paramount Pictures, which owns BET Network, authorized it. And then the head of Creature Films, which is the production company, also authorized it, both to me in writing and in email.
Now, Mr. Sanft asked you a bunch of questions about the liquor barn at Maryland and Flamingo, or you said Flamingo, you can remember the street. Were you aware if Lee's Liquor used to call itself Lee's Liquor Barn before they got a trademark infringement?
I'm not sure.
How would he be aware?
I'm just wondering. Okay. Mr. Sanft's allowed to ask every question on earth. Just add an if. Were you
I can't remember if that's how I discovered that or not.
Are you aware that even today, if there's a liquor locker at Flamingo in Maryland?
Yes, I think that's how I first tipped onto the fact that there was a liquor store in the region or the area where Keffe had described it.
Now, Mr. Sanft asked you if you had ever tried to confirm that Foxy Brown was in Vegas.
Right.
Are you aware if Foxy Brown's real name is Inga Marchand?
Yes.
Are you aware if Inga Marchand was even present at Biggie Smalls' murder?
She was, yes.
Question has the relevance, Your Honor, and Lee?
What's your response, Mr. DiGiacomo?
I don't think it was. I said, are you aware if? So of course it's not leading by definition.
Okay, so it's not leading. What about the relevance?
Well, I'm about to ask him a relevant question about Inga Marchand.
I'll overrule. I'll give you a little bit of leeway to establish your relevance. Go ahead.
Have you ever tried to interview Inga Marchand?
I have not.
Are you aware of how many detectives have ever tried to interview Inga Marchand?
I am not aware. At least for the Tupac case, I know that they tried to reach her for the Biggie case.
In the book in there, Mr. Davis, does he discuss his proffer that took place in 2008?
In the book?
Yes.
I can't remember offhand.
Go to the second to last chapter here. I can do it in Exhibit 127. Sorry, we gotta get to the pages. Does he have a chapter entitled We Know, and on this exhibit it is page 120 out of 145?
Yes.
And if you briefly review, I don't know, maybe the first 4 or 5 paragraphs.
Yes, sir.
Have you got another part yet where he talks about the decision to go down and speak with the police about this event?
Not quite yet. 1 second. Yeah, it's a few pages in, it looks like.
Yeah, you can keep reading, but that paragraph is talking about that subject matter. Is that fair?
Yes.
Or that chapter, I should say.
Correct, yes. The task force and how they got him.
There were questions about what you could and couldn't confirm from Mr. Davis's story with the file that you had. Do you remember those questions?
Say again?
There were questions asked by Mr. Sanft about did you confirm this or did you confirm things from the 2008?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Were many of the things he said in his proffer confirmed by the Biggie Smalls case file?
Yes.
In fact, had Corey Edwards in 2006 given a statement to police?
Correct. He gave a statement to Detectives Greg Kading and Tim Brennan.
Finally, going back to that 2008 statement, I just want to make sure we're clear that as far as you know, the first time the word sea breeze or sea bring the girls in the car, the actual model of the car came from Mr. Davis. Public.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Say yes or no. Overruled.
In the 2008 proffer?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Recross.
Sir, just based upon your investigation as a civil investigator in this case, did you ever speak with Suge Knight?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Anything further based on that, Mr. DiGiacomo? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Okay. All right, thank you for being with us for these 2 days. Mr. Dorsey, you are excused.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Will he be subject to recall, or is he released from the subpoena?
No, let's keep him subject to recall, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right. Anybody else to present today, Mr. DiGiacomo?
No, Judge.
All right, so then we are going to recess for the evening. At this time, you're admonished you are not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. We'll see you guys back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Please rise for the jury. For the record, the jury has exited the room. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
Not from the state. I did request that the link that was sent to you be sent to Mr. Sanft, so he should have it today.
Okay. Mr. Sanft, anything else? Okay, we'll be in recess. We'll see everyone back 9 a.m. tomorrow.